So let's get it poppin'. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are doing good. We've already covered a lot of the news, but as you see in the title of the video, there is a major trade announcement today. So Donald Trump teased it yesterday, pretty much all week, and then last night, futures were doing good. Everybody was like, yeah, we're going to be getting that. And then they were like, well, it might still have 10%. And then there's a couple details that we don't know about. And then Donald Trump, he will be going live here in about 30 minutes. And then we're going to get all of the full details. So that's the big thing. Other than that, you did have Jerome Powell last night. A lot of people talking about stagflation and just broader uncertainty. Again, I don't think it really moved the needle. And now you're either waiting hard data, soft data, or something in the trade land to move. So other than that, there was still a couple of earnings. You might see them moving around, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So we got a couple of minutes, Chad. I hope you're locked in and having a good morning. You know, I told the other guys to smile, so I hope you smile too, baby. You have a beautiful day, okay? But other than that, I do have a couple of plays. So I'm going to be watching NVIDIA, Intel, Netflix, Nike, Bros, and Pizza. And that is it. Other than that, we'll play gold, bonds, or whatever else happens in the day, or if we get a trade headline. Other than that, though, I am expecting movement today or tomorrow. Let's see if we could tag along, but if not, do not force it. So we will see. But other than that, Chad Adonia, you got a couple minutes till the bell. You're here right now. Wait, don't post your play yet, because I might go to the bathroom. Yeah, I'm going to go to the bathroom. That was bad timing. I didn't realize we still have timing.
Interest.
Oh, no, never mind. Okay, what's your first play of the day? Go, 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 go. I'm giving you a longer drum roll. Don't worry, you're good. You're good. You'll get it. We'll get it, bro. Nat Gas, Gold Futures, Armor's On, Spy Call, NVIDIA, Sell Pizza Puts, First Place, Smash the Like Button, Sell NVIDIA, Mara Call, Google Call, MSTR, NVIDIA Call, Elon Put, Tesla Breakout, Tesla Long-Term Calls, AMD, Watching Kenview, Crocs, BBG Calls, TTD Call, Amazon Call, NVIDIA L, Spy Call, Apple Call, Coin Call, IWM Put, MSTR. Do you guys know what a fucking put is? JPM Puts, there you go. Spy Call, Put, MSTR, Sell NVIDIA, Amazon, J&J, Netflix, HIMS Puts, HIMS Calls, FSCL, Tesla Calls, Pfizer Shares, Spy Calls, and the final plays. Nike next week, Kroger, TLT puts, Spy Calls, Google Calls, Watching the Long-Term Ski, and Marvel Calls. Let's go. I was getting scared, bro. There was a lot of calls for a minute. I think you guys didn't know. I don't know. I thought your keyboards broke and you don't know how to put. You guys don't put? I have tutorials if you want. I can explain it if you need to. But other than that, Chad, I told you my place. We got a minute. I need to go to the bathroom, though. So I don't know how to do this without the commercial. So other than that, though, get ready. Remember, you only have, this is Friday Junior, and then we still are going to hear from the Saudis. And I think a lot of these little rumors and moves, it's kind of weird because I didn't think we would move big off of UK, but we are. So either way, you got Donald Trump in a little bit. 1 minute till the bell, Chad. So call out any place. If you need anything, you let me know. And that's it. My other CNBC's not live. We're just going to lock in, baby. We'll go to the bathroom later. We'll figure it out. But where is it? I think NASDAQ's probably going to open up green. Yeah. Oh, NASDAQ's doing way better than the SPY. So, yeah, futures are up 0.5% on SPY. NASDAQ about 1. We were up a little bit more. Fox rumor, probably Gasparino, be careful. Wall Street execs with ties to House to say India, Pakistan slowed the trade pact with India. All righty. We'll get ready, guys. 30 seconds. Call out any plays or call out any questions. Don't post any plays. So, again, I hope you guys do good and use the info. No need to flex or say anything else in between. If you need anything, let me know and get real estate. Okay, there's Jensen. I only have 13 seconds.
It would be a tremendous loss not to...
Yeah, it's not going to work. Let's get it, baby. I love you, baby. I honestly, get a long term, though. Because I feel like everybody who tell me they love me, they don't love me if they don't have a long term. That's it. So, and I love you. That's why I make the long term. Amen. Round 1. Fight. Alrighty. Let's see where we're at. Oh, damn. The lagging Intel's moved. Well, shit. Dude, is Intel up that much or am I tripping right now? What the hell? Oh, yeah, they're already dropping it. But yeah, Intel just opened up right away and now they're... Is this the right one? Oh, my thing is glitching, bro. Is this real? All right, hold on. I'm looking at it on the option chain and it doesn't load. Okay, no, it's up. Yeah, bro, what? Am I tripping? Bro, my option chain shows me a completely different price. Nah, dude, so like go to the options on Intel, the bid and ask on the chain is the same as yesterday, but then I just sold my play for I literally just got 200%. And it filled me. So yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, a lot of you guys are talking Tesla too. No, this is weird, bro. So my Intel option chain is not reflecting the actual value. Either way, be careful with that. This is great. I'm going to try to buy one now. If that makes any sense. Okay, it filled me. This is... Bro, what is this? Alright. Okay, now it's adjusting. Yeah, okay, now bro, they just filled me even back for a couple pennies. Alright. And then, yeah, watch Boeing. I think you're going to get more of those. The premiums are just right at break even from yesterday. So watch, too, either near the money or further out the money. So, yeah, oh, wow, actually... So if you guys watched, if you had the stream alerts, I put 2 Boeing plays. The out the money did not move. The near the money is up 30%. And then don't forget about Baba as well. Those are moving. We got the free ones. So yeah, but Boeing actually hit. And then watch Bros. I really like that one. But yeah, that's what I was telling you guys. The damn near the monies on some of these plays have been a lot more effective once the skew starts coming down. And literally, so I did 2 Boeing plays yesterday, and yeah, the near the money's up 40%, but the ones out of the money, even though it gapped up, they're literally break even. Okay, well, let's get rid of that shit. I kind of want to hold it, but now that'll just pay for everything. There's a huge spread. Okay, Boeing is still going. I like Marvel too. Did Pizza run? Dude, fuck yeah. I thought they were going to hoe it. Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. It should be up more. You guys said up 10%. What are you saying? It's up 2. I thought I was like, they're hoeing it. But oh, no, wait. What the fuck is happening? Dude, my whole thing is tripping. Yeah, I was like, dude, they were hoeing it earlier, but that was a good earnings. It's up fat. Well, yeah, that's really weird then. In the morning, it was a lot different. TEM again and Pepsi. I see a lot of Tesla too. Yeah, TTD. Yeah, Tesla's just going straight up. Yeah, there's pizza. Oh, these already doubled? All right, and then SPY near the low, but moving up here on the day. Kenview 52-week high. High-low tickers balanced out. We'll get a checkup in a little bit, but again, it's only been like 5 minutes. We're going to have to wait. You lifted pizza. I mean, I did eat pizza this quarter. You know that. That was the first time I had it since college. So, yeah, but it is up 10. I thought they were hoeing it earlier. All right. Yeah, I see TM. I'm looking even for another one. I'm looking for the earnings continuation. So I just posted one. Just watch out if we get there's a couple plays that move right now and they doubled up from the morning again, even like the Intel. It's either you take a play now if you got the FOMO, or if you wait like 30 minutes, all these plays will come down 50%. So you got to make your mind up. My apples are washed. Yeah, the Intel's came back down, but that hopefully you could have made something free there. That was weird. Palantir I saw in the high ticker earlier. Tesla's still going. Again, a lot of call outs on that this morning, and they are still running. Bro, pizza. This thing, nobody even... Bro, pizza's like hella liquid. It's very funny, actually. Yes, don't post the plays. It's a new rule. So you haven't watched the watch list this week or the stream. But yeah. Disney. Ooh. Oh, you guys are trying to guess my play? Yeah, that's like juggling knives, yo. Be careful. That's not safe. So yeah, I would focus on something you like. SPY taking a red. Again, U.S. House panel to start markup of tax bill on Tuesday. All right, where is it? I don't know. Where is Trump? That's what we have next, so keep that in mind. Okay, SPY's actually getting a little bit bigger. We're going to have Trump in about 12 minutes. Or 22 minutes, yeah. Then you have Kash Patel, too. Where is Disney? He's been speaking. He's live now. I think you might be watching a old one. So we heard some comments earlier. Again, we were up more. If you guys weren't aware, we were actually like 0.5% higher pre-market, and then there was like a statement from CNN saying that it's still going to be a minimum 10% tariff. So that kind of like took you down a little bit more. So there's a lot of floating questions. But yeah, he's not. That's why we're all waiting for this, because they want Trump to clarify right now. So we'll see. Amazon, NVIDIA. Again, we have a free NVIDIA too. Where are those? The NVIDIAs are just 50% from yesterday. That's crazy, actually. So they're still holding. They got a little bit of time. And then Apple on the low, Palant on the high, Disney, AppLovin, and The Spy, and AMD. Yeah, Disney taking a candle. Cart on the high, too. There's Bros, Groupon. What? Groupon? PayPal. Yeah, bro, everything. AMD's moving now, too. Honestly, AMD might be fire. It's kind of up. I thought it was still lagging from earnings. But yeah, and then Morgan Stanley Banks. Interesting. Okay, yeah, just wait for Trump now. Whatever movement, then Euro close, and then whatever info we get after that. Yeah, Palantir's going nuts too. AMD, there's a couple of plays. Post earnings even has like a multi-day delay. So there's some from like 2 days ago, the ones from today. So either way, you're moving around. We got a little bit of space. Damn, those Procter & Gamble's got killed. How? That's really weird. So they got a little bit of time and they still got murdered. What? What happened to PG this morning? Bro, these premiums were slashed. And then Palantir, GE, SPY, this is at whatever this, I don't know if this is the real VWAP. Again, a couple of financials moving as well too. Apple, NVO, yeah, there's comments on drug pricing. I think all of XLV and all the biotechs, they might be, yeah, IBB's down another 2%. Again, dude, biotech's gone down 7-8% this week on all of these headlines. Carvana's up 8%. They had good earnings. Tink. And then AMD, Lulu, Palantir, bonds moving around. We looked at oil. I saw an oil one moving. There was I'm telling you, that PG didn't move. Every near the money play opened up very low. The Intels, we literally just got a free 200%. I don't think that was supposed to happen. But yeah, the moves are, just be cautious. You know, I think you had a weird pricing. And remember, yesterday had a lot of drama, a lot of volatility in the sense of, pricing in Powell and all of that. No major headlines, but it's probably going to be revolving around trade. Everything now at this point is probably going to be trade, Trump, or, I don't think you have any hard data. Hard data is next week. We're going to get CPI May 13th. Okay, AMD's on the high. Pizza's moving more. No freaking way. I don't want to jinx it, but I kind of want to play an option. Warner Bros. Discovery moving towards splitting the company. WBD. Again, we own this in the long term because we got it free. I don't know how it's going to move. The pizzas, it's big. All the premiums are up 200%. But then again, it's fat spread in a liquid. But yeah, and then Sizzle is up 38. And then Priva, PRVA. Yo, Privia Health, 9% pop. I don't know if they were already up. Oh, they kind of were. No, it's doing that right now, bro. That half of that, 5% in one candle. Check Priva, PRVA. Keep eyes on that. I have no idea what it is, but that's just big movement. Disney. And then WBD, that's split news. So literally WD popping now. I just told you the headline for that. That one's moving. It's hard to play sometimes. Them and Paramount, I hate them. But yeah, that's moving off of that. Who's the other one? No, Wayfair. Again, SPY still like near the low. It's again, we actually have a lot of cushion. Still up 0.5%. 5672. No shit. Yeah. So you do got a couple of gaps to fill, but 5,700 was where you were at Friday, beginning of this week. Again, WBD, and you got a couple of other news headlines. Where's NIVDA? Pocket mouth bass. Welcome. Good morning. Trump should be in about 15 minutes. And then that's where we should be getting the details regarding this major trade announcement with the UK. That's what they said, the UK. Kingdom. It's a kingdom. I like kingdoms. I'm a king. What? I know. I thought it was gonna be, because they try to like keep it low key. I thought it was gonna be Saudi. I still think, watch, you are gonna get something with Saudis and chips. But other than that, I was surprised that it was like he made such a big deal about UK. I mean, again, the EU's bigger trade wise. I like UK, but I didn't think it would be like this hyped up. Make it free. Honestly, I'm in a really good mood. So I do you understand that? I'm in a good mood, okay? So I'm answering this for you. Because I answer it every day, mother effer, and I love you. But what you do is you buy contracts or shares, and let's say you spent $100, right? For 5 contracts for $100. And then they go up in value. What do you do next? You sell as many contracts to get back the $100. So if you could sell 4 of them now for $100 and you bought 5 for $100, ta-da! Now you sell 4, get all your money back. You have the same amount of money you started with, and now you have 1 free contract in your portfolio. And that, my friend, is the free share method. Bill Gates to Reuters. Debt will go up millions due to government global aid cuts. Oh, do you know, dude, they're winding down the Gates Foundation. I heard that headline today, too. Other one. Okay, SPY going lower. Meta now. Dave is on the high. But yeah, you got a different dynamic and names going down. PG back on the high. I kind of want to double dip that one, but it is, like I said, some of these staples, the premium just got slashed in the morning for no damn reason. NVIDIA red. I think pizza is just ripping, bro. I mean, it makes sense. Pizza is unaffected by all of this nonsense. It's pizza. But yeah, so finger to the sky, baby. I'm glad. I like that one. Okay, NVIDIA's flushing now. They just went red. Watch Am Dizzle. Pizza. Okay, you're still going lower. All right, watch out for that. Where it's 0.5% NASDAQ. Russell's doing great. Dow is surprisingly the weak one. I like Intel. I talked about it. It's pretty much the only one I like for chips right now for the long term. Not in the sense that they're the greatest, but it's the best value, and everything else in chip land, it's not. I mean, you're not getting a deal. Oh, you said Eli Lilly. Yeah, they got murdered too. Everybody, dude, look at IBB. IBB is like down. That's a lot considering it dropped 5% the other day. Would I buy more pizza? Down the line, maybe, but I don't like buying a name that I'm up on. So now I think I think we're up like 20% now on it, dude. Which is batshit if you think about it. Yeah, we are up 20% on pizza now, bro. Yeah, this one says 19.5. The other Fidelity, we have 25. But yeah, that's crazy. So again, we just bought it. That wasn't like we just bought. Wait, did that give us a dividend? No. Yeah, but it will pay us later. So yeah, I wouldn't buy more up 20% because that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? 20% is a big amount, bro. So I would wait, but keep it on your list. Like I'm saying, we got. I think I put it on your guys' radar at the right time, and you had a time to get exposure for dirt cheap, and we did it small with the deposits. So then that way, it wouldn't hurt you. Got a little bit of dividend, but now just wait for it. That's it. But I wouldn't chase that 20%, bro. You know, it's another one will come. Like I said, Pepsi. That's kind of been my crush lately. I don't own Pepsi, but then again, I mean, to be fair, you guys remember how much I talked about UPS, and I loved UPS, and I haven't bought it yet, and it's still been getting clapped. So Pepsi could do the same thing, but you know, these are some of the names that I like. But pizza was one at the time, and then I did it. I had to. It was too cheap. Too cheap. Bebzi. No. It is not a Peps. It's a Bebzi. Do you know Bebzi, Josh? Dr. Bebzi. Yes, it's Bebzi. You mean Pepsi? No. Bebzi. You know the Bebzi, Habibi? A Bebzi. A Dr. Bebzi. No. A Jerry Bebzi. You don't know Bebzi? Wow. That's... You know, it's Bebzi. The ticker is BEP, not a PEP. It's a Bebzi. Bebzi Cola. You don't know Bebzi Cola? Wow. What? Did you just add a new option? All right. I'm looking, but I'm chilling. Pizza options would be nice, but they're not. A big spread, expensive, and then you need a Bebzi. Okay, yeah, UPS. But like I said, I liked UPS. I still haven't bought that. Pepsi. That's the other next one. But if you missed any of the cheap ones, you don't. You wait, Habibi. You wait. Because it still happens, you guys. I don't know. And like, you have to ask yourself why. Tem again. Because like I see it, bro. Like, you know, and I don't think it's as bad, but I just get worried sometimes. Because like I'm saying, like after we bought NVO and Pepsi or pizza, I had people tell me they got it, but when do you think they let me know? Not even let me know. They just bought it 10%, 20% later. So just be careful because I'm seeing people do this in the last 2 weeks where we went from very fearful, and you have to ask yourself, why didn't you want it at the low though, for real? Especially if you're going to hold for 10 years. And then you watch it go up. Why do you want to justify paying more money? You know what I'm saying? When you were very well worried literally 2-3 weeks ago. So you got to keep, that's why I'm saying don't give yourself FOMO. Go with the timing. And again, we got to learn a lot. And from there, you'll be good. Sam Altman, Lisa Su, and Core Weave at Senate hearing. Yeah, then we got Trump coming up soon. And Tem is really running. Back on green. Yeah, we're waiting for Trump next. But yeah, just be careful though, for real. And then especially as we get through summer, especially as we do like all of this stuff, just make sure that you don't get caught in the 2022 cycle, because that's what happened in 2022. That's what I'm saying. We saw a lot. People wanted to buy, and then if we start moving 10, 15% every other quarter, and it's very easy to get bad spots and get discouraged with the long term. So little by little, if you missed it a little, nothing to worry about. But that's what I'm saying, though, like 20%, 10%, you start to pay a big difference, and it's just completely different. So be careful. But then again, when they go crazy, though, same logic. What was it? Because someone got mad at me before, too, at the beginning of the year. What play was it? Redfin? It was one of them. They're like, but if I listened to you, I would have never bought it. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You could have bought it 100% higher if the stock goes 500%. But it's like, dude, come on. Like, just be safe. That's all I'm talking about here. And I want you guys to learn, becoming an investor, and get comfortable and get used to buying at the low. You know what I'm saying? I want you to learn how to be patient, how to have a plan, and get used to being uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being perfect, and it's about I want you to learn to buy when nobody wants it. Again, we waited till the very last minute. We didn't even want it for a little bit. So, and that right there is going to help you a lot. Trust me. It sucks at first. It seems very counterintuitive, but like I'm saying, it's going to help you. This is going to make you a better investor, just hands down. That's all. Just, again, when it's down, you buy it. Even if the stock is up thousands of %, buy it at least on a red candle. Damn it. But when you look at it broadly, and if we are operating on a slow 10-year plan, we have time. You're not going to miss anything. You got to go little by little, and that's why, too, just protect it and buy on the reds. I like Pepsi. I do not own Pepsi. I own Coca-Cola. And the fact that Pepsi is, Pepsi and Coca-Cola go hand in hand, but it's kind of wild how Pepsi's underperforming, but they've gone through a lot of stuff. But I do like it. It's, as I say, it's been attractive. It's a good name. Everyone knows it. All right, SPY turning back up. Bonds sold off. I don't know if you guys realize. Pretty big move, actually, on bonds, green to red. Yeah, Target's is an interesting one. It's on one of the list, but I think there's other names. And if I have too much retail, it's not bad. That's not Pfizer, that's PBF. But yeah, Pfizer, UPS, or not Pfizer, Target, Pepsi. I think there's one more. Whirlpool. There's a couple out there, but Whirlpool, the divvy cut, you got to watch out. Redfin is trading like that because it's going to convert to shares. So it's trading below its buyout price because it's reflecting Archite, if that makes any sense. So now, ever since they announced the buyout, this is going to be the company you're going to get, right? So if Archite's value goes higher or lower, Redfin is going to, that's a pair now, essentially. So yeah, if Archite goes up, Reddit will go up. If Archite goes down, Reddit was going to go down until the buyout swaps the shares out. China issues disaster prevention plan to stabilize grain harvest. 30-second. You got 700 on WBD? Nice, but I have to ban you. You're not supposed to post plays. So like I said, I love the info I provide, man, and I think you guys could benefit off of it, but no need to bring that. You know what I'm saying? You could pay the plug. You could say thank you. Just don't flex it. But yeah, wholesale inventories 0.4, estimate 0.5. Wholesale trade sales 0.6, estimate 0.9. So you're getting a little bit of data here, but not too crazy. Yeah, bro, Disney just woke up out of nowhere. Remember, but we were up a lot on the beginning of the year, bro. I remember being up like 40% on Disney. Okay, you're dancing around. Where's Mr. Donald? Major trade deal. Where are you, Donald? Donald, I'm waiting for you, Donald. Get back here. Well, yeah, they got one live feed up, but eyes, you might get comments very soon. I did get your email. What I want to do, can I, because I need my PayPal thing is kind of weird. Can I buy you something on Amazon and send it to your house? Because I owe you $100. You won yesterday. So would that work or no? Or do you want me to send it to someone else? Disney poppin'. Bank of Canada. Trade war threatens Canadian economy. BFC stability report says extreme circumstances. Market volatility can turn into market dysfunction. Canada's financial system is resilient. Banks are well positioned. Oh! Ed Bradley Frizzle is well positioned. Or not. Amen. Okay, you're getting something with Bank of Canada. You just got that page. Woo! Is that a Hims pop? They were down. Yo, Hims. Hims was down earlier. Why are they moving off that? So check news on that. Oh, wait, those contracts are crazy. Be careful. They already jacked up some of them. I don't know what's going on with Hims, but that moved. Yeah, watch Hims. I have no idea what that is. Lulu, Trump live. Danny boy, where are you? I see live feeds. I don't have him. Well, Hims had a big, they had like a lawsuit and an offering today. But then that's a big pop, dude. $2. All right. That's it. Everyone's waiting for this. We just want to see the details. Because the bad part is that there might be a 10% minimum. And that's what everybody's worried about. Because then if you get this like good UK deal, but then it's previewed and then it's like this thing where everybody gets 10%, I mean, that's a higher effective rate. So we'll see. CoreWeave wants a breakout. Okay, pumper. But they are gonna be they are gonna be at an event today. So yeah, I hope you guys do good. Trump, we're waiting for that. Twin V. That's bro. Those contracts on Hims went crazy. You could have flipped them real quick. WB going crazy, Habibi. I tell you. You know, you take info is good for you. Yeah, the Disney. Bro, Disney Dubai or Abu Dhabi. My girlfriend was tripping on. I'm like, what? How do you know about this? But yeah, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but apparently it is. I didn't think that people would go that crazy over the, what's it called? The Disneyland in the Middle East. But then again, I mean, it kind of makes sense. That's a whole new destination. And then I love the parks. Even though I've never been. Oh, I meant to type pizza. Yeah, Bros is going up. I like that one. Pizza. Dog, are you kidding me? Well, okay, well, pizza is getting back to beginning of the year level. So this is good. This is one level for pizza, then 38.30, then 39.70, then 40.50, and then things above 43. Then we start getting into real recovery on this piece of. Is it out yet? We're waiting. We're waiting for Trump-a-rooney. Okay, Hims came, whatever that was. Bro, pizza on the high, 30. Man, I want them options. Well, I don't think. I think it's too late now. It just moved another 5%. So, even then. If I had 50K, what would I do? I would do exactly what I'm doing, you guys. You know, for real. That's why we have multiple accounts with multiple amounts. You know, $200, $3,000 a month. It doesn't matter. I would be doing exactly what I am showing you guys. So you get any amount of money right now, I would protect it. I would go little by little. I'd start, 50,000. Start with 10%. Start with 5,000. Pick a couple names and then go little by little. And then I'd shop for real estate. I'm telling you, I'm watching the most random ass deals just pop up now. So I don't know if it's good or bad, but yeah, I'd keep that in mind. $100K trust and no, it's the same thing. That's it. I think I'm telling you guys. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you emailed me that. Somebody emailed me something like that, and I think you guys should get a house. I would, again, you have cash, turn it into income. I would get income as well, too. If you have no job and that much money, I would get it. But investing wise, I mean, what's the XOP? And, something with energy. No, I think this might be the Trump thing, bro. XOP, ET, a lot of energy-related plays and bonds are moving now, too. Interesting. Yeah, he's not live yet. But yeah, energy just made a pop. Like, all across the board. That was the whole high ticker for a little bit. France pushes back on EU retail investor protection proposal. I don't know what that is. SPY going down. Priva, that was still moving up. Abivi, I haven't bought it since, I think 116 was my last purchase. But I reinvest all my dividends. I have for every year. That's my way of averaging. But no, I haven't bought it at the highs. Tesla, the whole market, something's snapping right now. So literally, Trump's about to go on. Energy, just look at oil's just going straight up. But then everything's starting to dump right now. There's Hims again, whatever that was. Interesting. Could be jitters, and then you got that France headline. Yeah, NVIDIA's doing great. Again, the chip bill, because people are expecting him to say something around there. Pony AI, ET, a lot of energy moved there. That's why I was kind of tripping. Sezzle, that one's still up 38, spine to the low. Well, not bad. This is a level 56.50, 47. Then we'll go Pakistan encountered 75-80 Indian fighters, shot down 5. And then EU foreign policy chief, majority European agreed situation in Gaza is deteriorating rapidly. Yeah, bro's killing it. Again, him started moving for no reason, too. Is biotech still clapped? Yeah, that one still worked, bro. Because, again, we might hear about biotechs from UK. Okay, get ready. You're going even lower. We were supposed to get Trump about 10 minutes ago, and we're still all kind of awaiting those details, but those have not came in yet. GPUs moving. TEM, Pony, Zoom for crying out loud. Is AMD still up? Honestly, chips are holding up fine. Intel gave up a little bit more, but yeah. No, the high-low tickers from E-Trade. You could code your own, but the data is kind of weird. But yeah, E-Trade is like, they're known for this one. It's amazing. We're big fans. It's crazy. Some of the Intel's still up. Okay, bro's still at the high. Where's Tess Palantir? I should have held that one. My goodness. I've been a member for 5 years. God bless you, bro. Toriano. My man. China Huawei? Oh, nah. They're launching something new. Okay, SPY still, something's brewing. I don't know if it's EU. I don't know if it's UK. I don't know if it's India. I kind of fade India a little bit, but then again, we saw that move the other day, but we're all waiting this trade deal stuff. It could even just be the morning. I mean, we've only been here for about 45 minutes, but yeah, very interesting. Let me get you guys a checkup, and let's see if that could provide any details. U.S. issues new Iran-related sanctions. It could be just a gap fill. This could be totally natural. We just have all the trade tensions. So right now, again, we're waiting for Donald Trump any minute now. He's not here. Dow Jones, 17 green, 13 in the red. NASDAQ 100, 69 green, 30 in the red. And then SPY, 336 green, 165 in the red. So, yeah, you do have more. It's about 70% green right now. You do have more. I mean, look, everything's still green. Dow is struggling. Russell has not been affected on any of this. And then the NASDAQ, that's given up like 3/4 now. A little bit more from pre-market. TEM still, bro. That sounds insane. And then NVIDIA's holding. And then Tesla. Apple just hit a new low. Bobo. And then pizza hit a new high. I guess this is the recession. 15% in a day. Your only regret will be you wish you about that. Like, watch. Like, I can't show pizza anymore, though. That's it. You see what this, you know what this chart look like? That's going to be my unsubscribers for the day. You know that? I told you, this isn't, it's bittersweet, bro. You know what I'm saying? The new guys, they get mad, but you guys made 20% on the long term. The new guy's going to fucking hate me for the next year until he realizes that CNBC and Bloomberg and everybody else is doing that. So he's like, no plays anymore. Well, I posted this play for the long term. These are the plays I want you to talk about. These are the plays I want you guys to be involved in. These are the plays I want you. I've 10 years minimum. Holding, saving, buying at the low. This was the one you got to see. Oh, they don't fail me. Damn, bro's on the high too again. Mm-hmm. 25 share. Did you just buy it now? It ain't sexy, but it that's how it is, man. Long term is not sexy. I don't know where Trump is. It looks good. It looks good when you take a step back, but oh man, nothing like buying one share and waiting. You bought it back when you shouted it out. Good, Steven. I was gonna ban you. It's good. I was saying, fuck you. You just bought it 15% up. I'm gonna teach you something, Steven. So I'm good. You're up 24%. That's good. See? Now you're safe. You don't get banned, and you made 25%. Look at that. Just by fun. Just sticking to the plan, baby. I love it. I love it. Yeah, TTD, the contracts are a little weird, but that thing's been staying pinned. No, I like bros, but I wouldn't buy it here. I mean, again, options and flipping it, that's a different story, but for the long term, I like it. India, tariff, whoa. India has offered separate import quotas to the UK for combustion vehicles and EVs under the trade deal. Combustion vehicle EV quota offered to UK based on engine capacity and brand. Tariff cut on combustion vehicles and EVs to be offered in a phased manner. India has offered a small car import quota to UK to eventual size of India's car market. India and UK have agreed that India reserves the right to retaliate if Britain introduces CBAM, have not set a minimum import price for tariff cuts on spirits under UK trade deal. Estimate bilateral trade to reach $120 billion by 2030. Will sign UK trade. Yeah, bro, this is crazy. Because I didn't realize, this is a big announcement. It's not just about UK. I think they're putting UK and India in the mix, bro. I think Donald Trump's about to make his own little EU with the UK and India, and even though only one of them's European. Does that make sense? I did not see that coming. So literally now, right now, India is announcing a strategic deal with the United Kingdom. And now Trump is going to announce something about the UK today. You see what I'm saying? Think RTAs if you watch the economic lessons, regional trade agreements, right? This is how you would do it. So now it's not going to just be UK, US, India. Now we're talking a trifecta potentially. I could be wrong. I'm just guessing, but that's new info right now, and it does seem like a new development. Well, be careful with the plays because the market may not reflect that. And then we have to wait till Donald Trump says something. But, yeah, I didn't. That's pretty interesting. V still on the high. I know we need Trump. Where is India? Yeah. India is hard to play. TTD coin net after the bell. Oh, yes, sir. TWM up Star Wars Disney. Disney. Okay, SPY's still a little low. Dutch Bros at the highs. Where's Hims? Hims coming down, whatever that was. Bro, pizza. Do you guys know the earnings? I'm going to read it to you, but I didn't think they were going to bring it up 20%, bro. Oh, wait. I think it was something on the call. Wow. Yeah, that's what it, because it was like a slight beat. I didn't think it was that crazy. But, again, I thought it was just solid pizza, bro. Palantir bump. SPY's tripping out now. So watch out, though. We've made a lot of pre-Trump moves here. He's still not live. So, again, everybody is waiting for this. There's there's multiple feeds Thousands of people in each one just waiting. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Dude, guess what I ate yesterday? So again, I had to eat out. I wasn't able to eat my box. I wasn't able to eat at home. I ate out yesterday. No, I had it finally, bro. I had pizza a couple weeks ago, but no. Dude, yep. I finally had it. Cause dude, I live by it, dude. This whole time I've seen a fucking kava every time. Kava, bro. I finally went to kava. It was empty. It's always empty, and I was like, you know what? I don't even have time, so let's go. Surprisingly good. I didn't think it was. It reminded me of sweet greens. It was last, and I like. It felt healthy. It was decent. It wasn't like no, it was decent. It wasn't like I wouldn't wait in line for it, but I would get it again if it was easy to get. If that makes any sense. Yeah, it was hella expensive though. It really was. I think it was Chipotle prices, but or a little bit more. I love sweet greens. I go to sweet greens a lot. That's the only thing I could justify because it's healthy. Estee Lauder and Wendy's. Yo, Estee Lauder and then Wendy's. What is this? They're not tied to each other, but yeah, they're both moving right there. And then SPY starting to tick up. Kava's the best price for the quality? No. I think sweet greens. But Kava's good. I liked it. I never been. Like I said, I didn't understand the hype. But I was pleasantly surprised. It wasn't like bad. But yeah, it wasn't cheap. It was definitely not cheap. What's going on with Estee Lauder? Didn't they already report or no? Very interesting. Okay, SPY's still tweaking, bro. TMO, Thermo Fisher. Yo, TMO, check any medical devices. Because biotechs are down. I'm watching random ass biotech pops. Biogen on the high and Thermo Fisher medical device. Even MDT. They knew I was watching. U.S. to cut tariffs on UK-made cars to 10%. Telegraph. Oh, it's the same rumor as before. Okay. I don't know where Trump is. He's very late. Because again, this morning was all about this hyped announcement, and then there was rumors like left and right. Okay, UAL Airlines are on the high. All right, you're getting a little bit more movement here. All right, a lot more. Is that Chewy or was that Core Weave? But a couple things going, bro. I think I'm making a play, but I'll give you guys some info. I feel like medical devices are going to come out of this because everyone keeps talking biotech, drugs. But remember, manufacturing in America, we make like devices, and all of the device companies are up right now. Even their option chains are a little odd, but long story short, biotechs are getting sold, drugs, devices are all holding up right now. So do what you wish with that info. But yeah, we're starting to move around a little bit more. Yeah, there's BSX as well. That's another one. See, that one's barely green, but it's not doing like the other ones. And then Pfizer's on the high. About Gilead. Gilead makes drugs, though, too. But there's some that just make devices. And look at this SPY now. You're going up. And you pony on the high as well. WGRX. All right, man. Well, SPY's just chilling back there now. There was pizza. Big 7 has not really moved. Is Bitcoin at 100 now? Habibi. Yeah, Pfizer just woke up. I think that's interesting. And then BYRN. Dude, airlines. Yo, why? Airlines are killing it right now, and the other one is up. So we'll see. MDT. Well, good play, but you can't post plays anymore. So please read the rules, you guys. Thank you. He said, I'll give you guys some info, and you could do what you want with the info, but, we don't need a... Yeah, that's it. It's your guys' responsibility now. I just want info on the channel and in the chat. And, yeah. The stream alerts has not been opened yet. No. I will let you know when it is. I don't know where Trump is. I have no idea. No specific call-outs. No, give me info. So that's it. Otherwise, the other shit is annoying and fluff. So if it's not new info on, and then assume everybody talking about this stock going like Palantir pretty strong, assume that guy owns it, assume he's pumping it. That's it. Even if he's not. No more call-outs. No. Why? So again, the fact I'm having this conversation, you guys are the drag, unfortunately. So this has now been like 3 days, and we've explained it. So other than that, yeah, I think it's pretty simple. I hold the monopoly on plays now. U.S. to cut tariffs on UK cars. That's Telegraph. Okay, bro, airlines. So like I'm saying, ALK now. So even with energy up, they're all moving, bro. Interesting. And then pizza again. I saw that TikTok too. I don't know if it's real or old, because sometimes people like show those old videos. But yeah, I need to ask my boy, but I can't confirm that or not. Anybody in China? There's like a fake. I think it's tin. I think it's an old video, but I don't know. And they're trying to put out bank run videos again, but I don't know if it's legit. I have no idea where Trump is. JetBlue's a good one. Look at bonds too. Bro, bonds are getting worked on all of this. And then yeah, but JetBlue is a good airline that's moving. I think it's old, but you never know. Because that has happened. Just I haven't heard about it recently. You could call out the pops if you want. Like I said, though, for the sake of everybody, you should assume that anybody calling something owns it and is doing it for a certain reason. That's it. But I don't want to hear about a play. Don't post a play. Do not tell me if you lost. Do not tell me if you made money. All we want is info, and if you use it, I hope it helps you. And that's fine. But long-term plays we could talk about all day. If you want to go over a play idea, we can. I'm down to share my thoughts with you. And, yesterday somebody brought me 2 days ago a short-term bond play. They asked me how I would do it. And I'll talk you through it, and I'll give you info. But anything after that, it's your responsibility, and I don't have time to monitor it all. So, yeah. Ta-da. The video calls for the Saudi pump. Yeah, like that, I like that idea. So, yeah, you could talk about it. And if you guys want to share thoughts and ideas, for real, let's do it. But, yeah, that's it. Pizza. ASST, that's your Chad. JetBlue on the high. Oh, there was something on Quantum. Who was the other one? Cadence. That was yesterday. No, not outright failures. The Economist 2024. Is pizza good stock for the portfolio? Not now. So we're already up like 25 or more %. And we bought it like 2 weeks ago. So it's not, you had a shot, but for now I would look towards Pepsi maybe. That's a better quality name, in my opinion. And it's not a recommendation. Bitcoin again. And SPY holding up. We're still waiting on Trump, bro. This is actually kind of crazy now. It's been another 30 minutes. And, I swear, everybody just stopped waiting for this. So, yeah, because, again, all the rumors and CNN added to it in the morning. Nobody could confirm it, and now we're here. We've been hearing a lot of reiterations. You heard the India. So the India-UK thing was right here. And we have been going up since that. So keep that in mind. I wish I got Nike at 53. That was the price I wanted it. But it was just, I was moving faster than any of them. It was caught up right in the middle. I still like it. We never know what'll happen. But yeah, it's back to 60. All right, man, you're going right back up. There's been a couple of other winners there. Yeah, Coinbase has earnings today. So that's probably why it's up. And then again, CoreWeave is going to be on an event. They're going up. Affirm's going up because of Sezzle. So Sezzle, buy now, pay later type. They had really good earnings. They're up 50. Hood and Bitcoin and Coinbase. So Bitcoin itself is going up, and then all the guys related. Thank you. You got it for me. Thank you. I'll get it one day. UMP on the high now. Palantir. Okay, a lot of things are running, you guys. Remember, earlier in the day, even near the low, you had 70% of the market green. Well, this is now where the 10% rumor in the morning came in. So now you're back to, this is where everyone started waiting for clarification. This is where everyone's like, oh shit, where's Trump? So yeah, we're getting back to that level. This was before you got the updates. That's still another 1.5 points. So see, but this could still change on a dime. We haven't heard yet from the president. But again, that India UK thing, we got a little bit. MSTR, I mean, if you're doing it to flip it, yeah, but if you're seriously in love with it, I'd just be careful. So I can't, but it's not, I'm not going to try to talk you out of it. But I like it for a short-term Bitcoin vehicle, but that's about it. Let me show you this one. You guys will like this. Thank you for this, El Coyote. You guys are going to love this.
Person with a brain and a beating heart.
Yes, sir.
Did Jeffrey Epstein hang himself or did somebody kill him?
Senator, I believe he hung himself in a cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Are you going to release all the information about that?
Senator, we are working through that right now with the Department of Justice.
When do you think you'll have it done, Cash?
I think in the near future, sir.
Like before I die?
Senator, we've been working on that, and we're doing it in a way that protects victims and also doesn't put out into the ether information that is irrelevant for production of the public, such as CSAM.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Senator.
Before I die, will you release it before I'm dead? Exactly. No, well, thank you, Cash. Thank you. All right, bonds up, red candle down, and that's a good question. If Trump confirms 10%, would that be bad? Yes, I think so. Because, and here's the logic, is that if we find this big trade deal, if the minimum is 10%, even with like somebody willing to do a deal this early and fast, you know, that's not a good sign for everybody else. That means that Trump admin is aiming to at least settle on 10. You know what I'm saying? And yes, the effective rate on tariffs will effectively be higher. So that's not, you know, I think people were optimistic for like a 0 for 0, but remember, we heard issues with Japan on that. So yeah, 10% might be the floor, and that would be the bad news in the sense that the floor is a lot higher than we thought. We thought there'd be an opportunity for 0 tariffs all around the world if people were willing to work. But if not, then there you go. We got a Truth Social. Oh yeah, you are moving big. I don't see it yet. It's Victory Day. But yeah, you're back down here again. We started moving. Euro close actually in about an hour. But yeah, and then most of the market's up. CD. Oh no, that's not Cadence. Cadence is an interesting one. Would a 10% bring the cut Fed income tax to life? I don't know. I don't think so. You need a lot, but it does send a message of higher tariffs, and again, it will establish a higher baseline, which some people were optimistic about, or we'll find out today kind of what the reality is. Maybe there's still a chance we walk away from this awaiting more deals and awaiting more, with more questions than answers. TEM and airlines still going. Oscar Health, the winner from the other day off earnings. Deck and apparel, that's on the high. And then Okta, cybersecurity. Trump Starmer held a warm conversation on Wednesday. Will speak again this morning. What? UK official. I don't know what the schedule is. I don't know if is this falling apart, or is this just, are we delayed? No, that's UK, but they're saying there's another conversation this morning. But again, everybody scheduled that 40 minutes ago. Oh, I got one feed. I think they're about to change it, bro. Hold on. I think that you might get reds. If it gets rescheduled, you'll get a little bit of red. If they're just like, yeah, we had a conversation and we're going to speak again tomorrow, that sounds a lot different than we had a deal. You know what I'm saying? Or I have a major trade announcement. Nestle lines up Rothschild for water unit sale. Nestle. I think Nestle has an ADR, right? Shit. Yeah, coming down a little bit. I don't know. I'm just reading the headline. We've saw a lot of counter headlines already and people kind of reporting on the same issue and adding an opinion. So I don't know what that means, but I do know he's 40 minutes late and we have not heard anything else. And we were waiting it. I think the whole market was awaiting this. But again, major trade announced. It's major. It's big. Major. Like Colonel, but major. So we'll find out. I don't know. I think maybe we're getting nervous right now, but if they delay it and reschedule, I would start to assume there's no deal. But if it's just weird timing and everyone just throwing out fucking delayed opinion articles, then that's different. So we'll see, but lock in and get prepared. Trump officially announced the deal 38 minutes ago. Yeah, we heard stuff in the morning, but we're still at the pre-market spot. Now Nvidia's falling. They were holding up earlier. Nvidia's actually leading you down now. Fox still saying announcements coming. So yeah, just be patient. Just typical ambiguity. Welcome, baby. Welcome. All right, yeah, but Nvidia is going down. Remember, chips kind of held up all day today, but those are starting to drop now. XLV. Yeah, you got a Nestle headline, but I don't know what this one is, Habibi. You know? Oh, where's Bobo? And Baba, I feel like we have not heard anything about China. I don't like airlines for the long term, so you're on your own on that one. So if you want to add it to the long term, I think JetBlue has some interesting things going on, even the deal and all that, but I don't even like flying on airplanes. So, but yeah, JetBlue is not one that I would, any airline for that matter. Same with LNG and energy. I'm not a fan of those in the long term. White House Live? I don't see it. I'll double check. Oh, wait. Yeah. White House feed just went up 76 seconds ago. Yeah. That one was not up. So, okay, something is coming, but White House just went live with just a picture. Okay, and then we are coming back down towards the lows. Nestle lining up Rothschild for water unit. Water unit could be valued at more than 5 billion euros. Roku, a couple names still moving. Again, I do believe it's still 70% green. So Dow Jones, 19 green, 11 red. A couple more went red. NASDAQ, 75 green, 25 red. And then S&P, 371 green, 131 red. It's the same thing. So even at the lows, you still have a lot more advancers, which means you have a lot more room to sell, or as long as nothing goes bad. I mean, the momentum is to the upside today. Yeah, wins going up. That's another post-earnings. SPY Daily. So, you have not been here for all week. We changed the rules. I've had many discussions on the watch list. So, please read the rules and stay up to date. But no more plays. You make money and keep it to yourself. You pay the plug if it's in your heart. But you don't have to tell anybody no more. Rule number 4 specifically. We're 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, there a couple of headlines, 45 minutes of waiting, but now more feeds are going live, even the White House. So we should be getting something soon. You could talk long term. That's what I would prefer, actually. You can't. I mean, you can, but like I'm saying, I already know where it leads to. And phase and energy, interesting. We looked at Wendy's before, but I haven't considered buying it. I know some people like it. Good divvy. There's been a couple of things, and they were moving today too. I think pizza was the only old restaurant company. Pfizer or UPS? I don't know. It's a good one. They both have their own little set of risks and value, you know? But yeah, not too bad. Everyone bought in. I don't like that. I think that is a false narrative to spread. Like I said, I think it's more likely it was Miss Velasquez from yesterday or Wall Street Journal and the news agencies. So I'm not going to tolerate that in here. You guys blame something objective, but this idea that your president is front-running calls when you have other evidence of other people doing that, I'm not. No. Thank you for shopping at the stock market live. Get a long term. TTD is expensive, but I could consider it for the long term. That's one of those growth plays. I think it still could have downside, and you're paying a lot for it, but it's a very fascinating company involved in a lot. What's WNS? This thing I had it up here. I saw it trigger, and then it went down 4%. And then ASST is just going nuts. Maybe they meant 10 Central, but I think everybody thought it was going to be 45 minutes ago. But then again, I mean, this just stews things up a little bit. I like Dow Chemicals. That one, though, the yield, I'd look into their fundamentals and make sure they have, the dividends not at risk. But Dow Chemicals, most of you know about Monsanto. Oh, TSN could be a good one. Oh.
You all set to go?
Yep.
This is
Ready when you are.
okay. We're ready. We have the Prime Minister on the phone, and we have a nice hookup.
Okay, we're live.
Kind of a hookup that's not going to be causing any problems. And your voice comes through beautifully, Keir. So I just want to.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it is. You sound great. I just want to begin by saying that this is a very special day because it's Victory Day, World War II, May 8th, and just by happenstance, we have the Prime Minister on the phone, and we were great allies in that, and it's very unusual that the trade deal comes due, and we signed it up on the same day that we had a great victory, the greatest victory of them all. So we are talking more and more about Victory Day because we were a big part of it, and so was the UK, And it's just, I guess, I don't know what you call it. It's just incredible.
Just concluded rare earth deal. That's hitting the wire.
Tremendous trade deal for both countries. So I'm going to begin by just adding that we just concluded the rare earth deal with Ukraine. That's been fully ratified and approved by their legislative branches. And so we appreciate that. And I'll be speaking with the president in a little while, a little bit later. And we appreciate that. But the deal is all now signed up and ratified. And we have access to a massive amount of very, very high quality rare earth. This morning, I'm thrilled to announce that we have reached a breakthrough trade deal with the United Kingdom. Incredible country. Today is a victory day for
Bitcoin going
World
nuts.
War II. We won the war together exactly 80 years ago, so there could be no more perfect morning to reach this historic agreement. And it's beautiful weather out. I will tell you that, Keir. Beautiful weather.
Beautiful
so
weather.
Perfect outside. But it's really, in particular, the agreement with one of our closest and most cherished allies. And we're so happy that that's the way it worked out. I want to thank Prime Minister Starmer and his very talented team for their outstanding work and partnership. Today's agreement with the UK is the first in a series of agreements on trade that my administration has been negotiating over the past 4 weeks. With this deal, the UK joins the United States in
Beef
affirming
and
that
ethanol.
reciprocity and fairness is an essential
Yeah,
and vital
ADM popping
principle
on that.
of international trade. The deal includes billions of dollars of increased market access. for
Okay,
American
ADM.
exports,
Watch, dude. These
especially
all
in
these are
agriculture,
hitting on the
dramatically
wires. So
increasing
watch this spy
access
call.
for
That's what I put out on the stream
American
alert.
beef, ethanol, and virtually.
And now you
all
got
of the
ADM in the food place.
products produced by our great farmers, and our Secretary, as you know, of Agriculture is here. Brooke, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, sir.
You'll let the farmers know. In addition, the UK will reduce or eliminate numerous non-tariff barriers that unfairly discriminated against American
Okay,
products.
see if he says the
This
10.
is now turning out, I think, really to be a great deal for both countries, because it'll be really great for the UK.
He hasn't set a
also.
rate yet.
So, they're opening up the country. Their country is a little closed.
A little
and,
close.
We appreciate that. They'll also be fast-tracking American goods through their customs process, so our exports go to a very, very quick form of approval, and there won't be
That's
any
actually
red
good.
tape. Things are going to move very quickly both ways. The final details are being written up in the coming weeks. We'll have it all very conclusive, but the actual deal is a very conclusive one. We think just about everything's been approved. So good for both countries.
Yeah,
We'll
bro, I don't
also
like that.
receive new market access for American chemicals, machinery, and many other industrial products that
Bro, it sounds like, yeah, you just
and they'll
another
end up
couple
getting
weeks.
products that they'll be able to price, and if they like
So this
them
is-
better,
I think
we
this
make
is all
great products,
fucking
they'll be buying
symbolic.
those products, but they were not
Yeah,
available
that's
in the
it.
UK.
All right.
Furthermore, in a historic step, the deal includes plans that will bring the United Kingdom into the economic security alignment with the United States. That's the first of its kind. So we have a big economic security blanket, and that's very important. And we feel very, very comfortable with that, because it's been a great ally, truly one of our great allies. I mean, a lot of
Yeah.
people say our greatest ally. I don't want to insult people by saying that, but I can say it's certainly one of our greatest, and right at the top. And they're the first one we're talking about. And by the way, we have many meetings planned today and tomorrow, and every country wants to be making deals. And we
Honestly,
have a
you just might
meeting,
cut
as you know,
now.
Scott will be going over to Switzerland on Saturday, and that'll
They
be
want steel.
very, very interesting. Let's find out, but I think they want to make a deal very badly too. Both countries have agreed that the economic security is national security, and will be working together as allies to ensure that we have a strong industrial base, appropriate export controls, and protections for key technologies and industries like steel. Steel is a big factor. Both countries will become stronger with steel and things necessary for military. You know, we used to build ships and other things literally at a level that nobody's ever seen, and we haven't. We've eased up, and I would say that the UK certainly eased up, but now we're going to be uneasing both, and we work together. Once again, I want to thank Prime Minister Starmer. He's been terrific for his partnership in this matter. The special
Yeah, he might drop
relationship,
something
an
good,
external
but
bond. It's
I just
really
think there's room
external
for
and an internal
disappointment.
bond
That's it.
between our two countries
That's
will
it.
soon be stronger than ever before. And we
That's
really
all. I
do.
think
We have a
people
great
thought we
relationship.
thought we were gonna get
I wanna
something
just say
good,
that the
good,
representatives
quick, but I
of
just
UK
think
have been
there's
so professional.
again just slow.
And it's been an honor doing business with all of them, and in particular the Prime Minister. And I'd like to introduce him now to say a few words. Mr. Prime Minister, please take it away.
Thank you, Mr. President, Donald. And
Donald.
This is a really fantastic, historic day in which we can announce this deal between our two great countries. And I think it's a real tribute to the history that we have of working so closely together. Can I pay tribute, Donald, to your negotiating team as well, particularly
Yes.
Howard and Jameson, who've done an incredible job, a very professional job.
Deal will boost trade.
And my team as well.
I don't know. I
The
think
negotiating
I would
team
honestly
have
just
worked
wait it out.
at pace now for a number of weeks to bring in this deal today. Really important deal. This is going to boost trade between and across our countries. It's going to not only protect jobs but create jobs, opening market access. And as you say, Donald, the timing couldn't be more apt because not only was it 80 years ago today,
We're going to cuck around a little bit. Wait for the easy break. Wait for the easy headline.
At
But
the end of the Second World War.
Yeah,
but of
it's
course,
not.
on that day,
I think
the UK and the US
another
stood
baby
together
step
as the
forward,
closest of allies.
and we
Donald,
just
I
all
think,
thought it would be a giant leap.
Even down
Is that-
to the
I think
hour,
that's the
because,
best way to put it.
You may or may not know that it was about this time of day, exactly 80 years ago, that Winston Churchill announced victory in Europe, and that led to great celebrations across Europe, across America, but particularly in the United Kingdom. Literally people going out into the street, putting bunting up, going up to the palace. And so to be able to announce this great deal on the same day, 80 years forward, almost at the same hour, and as we were 80 years ago, with the UK and the US standing side by side, I think is incredibly important and makes this truly historic. That close relationship has endured over those 80 years. As you know, Donald, when it comes to defence and security and intelligence sharing, of course, there are no two countries that are closer than our two countries. And now we take this into new and important territory by adding trade and the economy to the closeness of our relationship. It is built, as you say, on
it's not
those
bad
notions
news.
of
It's just a
fairness,
baby step. That's it.
And reciprocal
And I think we all
arrangements.
want
We've always had a
fucking
fair and
leaps
balanced arrangement between
because
our
the
countries.
fear
This
leaped us
builds
into fear
on
mode.
that. Hugely important.
That makes any sense.
For sectors
So-
like car manufacturing,
Is he
and
sleeping?
for steel and aluminium and so many others. And yes, we
He's
can
got the
finish
puffy
ironing out
eyes
some of the
today.
details, but there's a fantastic platform here, including, of course, on the tech side, where I think I'm right in saying we're the only two Western countries with trillion-dollar sectors when it comes to tech. And in the end, it comes down to, as you say, Donald, economic security is national security. On national security, we've been absolutely the closest of allies for so many years, keeping the peace through that close alliance, that friendship. And now we add to that this deal on trade and the economy.
There's a post-earnings.
And I want to thank you for your leadership on that, Donald, and for the way in which your team have negotiated this. And I'm so pleased that we've got this deal. We've finalised it.
Okay, another red.
And we've built an incredible platform for the future. So
They said
thank
they
you so
find. I
much.
think it's very
Donald,
confusing.
I'm now going to go and do a press conference. I think you have your press in.
He's
with
about
you.
to leave.
But on the details, I think if you've got Howard, we can.
They're calling it a deal, but
deal
there's
with
still
that
more to
through,
go. It
one of my
sounds like,
team.
but
That's great.
they're also
Well, Mr.
saying they have
Prime
inked
Minister,
and
thank you
confirmed
very
a
much.
deal,
It's an
and
honor. We're going to have a
I didn't
continued,
hear
maybe
anything
a
about a
better
rate, the
relationship
terms,
than ever
nothing.
before. You know, I don't know if the media knows, but the U.S. and U.K. have been working for years to try and make a deal, and it never quite got there. But
Yeah.
it did with this prime minister. So I want to just congratulate
Yeah.
you.
Well, with this president, this prime minister, we've managed to achieve what many people have tried to achieve for many years.
That's right.
And I'm really pleased, and it feels completely historic and on a special 80-year anniversary.
Okay, New York
as well.
Fed
So,
expectations
Donald, thank you so much.
unchanged for
It's really good
inflation,
to have got this,
3.6.
deal
3-year
over
at
the line.
3.2 versus
Tribute to
March of
both
3,
teams, tribute to
and
our
then
countries,
5-year
and tribute to your
2.7 versus
leadership.
2.9.
Well, it really is a great thing.
So the
And,
Fed
you go
survey,
do your press
Fed soft
conference, and I'll see
data,
you soon. Maybe speak to you later.
higher short-term
But
inflation,
thank you
lower
very much.
long-term
An
inflation.
incredible thing.
That's
I
coming
can't
out
tell you
now.
that for so many years,
So look,
even
as the
I
spy's
sat,
dancing
everybody
around, New
talked
York
and
Fed
talked about
year
a deal
ahead
with-
inflation
it just seemed like a
expectations.
natural deal, but it was not done. But
They
now
expect
it was
homes
done
to
with
go up
us, so I
3.3
feel,
versus 3.
Very proud to have been a part of it.
And labor
Thank you
income
very much.
expectations all declined.
Thanks, Donald, and we'll speak again soon.
Thanks,
Very
Donald.
good. So long. Bye.
Toyota. Bye. Bye. That's
Why
so
don't I do
nice.
this? Why
Such
don't I
a nice
have our
guy.
Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, give a little description of the deal pretty quick, and then the good side, the very nice side, we'll be speaking about it also, maybe, from so you get a pretty equal. I think it's a very
Okay, well, get ready even
it's just
press
been a deal that
questions
was,
too, but
we thought very complicated. It became very simple. It's opening up the country that we really didn't have the kind of access to that I would have thought. I was surprised. I think it's why the deal never got done before. It was, they've been working on this deal for 25 years, and we got it done, and we got it done. Really, it's going to be great for both countries. So, Howard, if you could go, and then somebody else, you may have, you'll pick whoever you want who'd like to do it. I have a feeling you're going to do it, right? So you guys go ahead, and then we'll
there
take
is a lot of
questions right
most
after
of the
that.
tech
But I think you'll get a pretty
is
good
based in
understanding
England.
of
Yes.
how big it is. It's a very large deal, very big deal. And Howard, go ahead.
So the UK is the sixth
I
largest
think it's a good
economy in
message.
the
That's
world,
it. I think
and
it's
the
a good.
fourth
This is very
largest
symbolic
that
in
we
my mind.
Export to.
So I see this as
it's
a good
huge
symbol
market, a
of
top
deals
10
and all of
market.
that, but the
You
details are
remember
murky,
Liberation Day,
and it's not
they were at
like I still
10%
think
because
there's
we have
more to
balanced
this.
trade with the UK.
So it's
right?
that's
They
the
say
only
they have a
odd
surplus,
part.
but of course that counts gold bullion, which is so. Let's just call it balanced trade. So how do you open up a market in balanced trade? People think it's impossible. They've always thought it was impossible until President Trump came on the scene and changed the way things work. So here's what we've got. We've opened up new market access. Ethanol, beef, machinery, all the agricultural products. They've agreed to open their markets, and that will add $5 billion of opportunity to American exports.
That's what I'm saying. This is like a
So the
framework
question is,
for a
why
regional
would
trade
they do that
agreement.
now? Because they've
And they're
never
saying
done it
they
before.
agreed, but
And
like I'm saying,
we still
I
have
think
a
there's way
10%
more to
tariff
this.
on, which will produce
I just
$6
think it's a
billion
step.
of
Boeing-
revenue for the United States.
Hey, yo,
So
Boeing's
the
acting
idea
like
was,
it's off
how do
of
they
this.
keep their jobs, protect their economy, and do the best for their people while opening the market for us? And the way is they studied it, their team was exceptional, and they tried to figure out the markets that they're importing from other people and try to send them over to America. So why were they always favoring others and not us? And what they've done is they've found the ways to do that so that we have new access, right? But the UK workers are protected.
Yeah,
And that was the
Boeing.
balance. So you've got, we did a deal
We already
with them
have the
in
out of the
automobiles.
monies,
And
but
you
yeah,
know,
the thing's going crazy now.
if you're not building
2%.
here, we charge you a 25% tariff. But the president, and by the way, I want to make this clear, while Jameson and I worked hard, this was the president's deal. And people
Okay,
think,
out the money Boeings
that's not
have
the way it
ripped.
works. If you got to sit next to him, I have the best deal maker to my left. And if you don't think that we take advantage of him calling the prime minister and getting that deal done, you don't understand who's the president of the United States. So he's the closer. He gets deals done that we could never get done because he understands business, he understands deals, and that's why we're here today.
Yeah,
So
Boeing, if it
he
keeps,
agreed
that's
they could
3%.
send 100,000
Boeing, 10
cars
billion producement
into
in UK.
America and only pay a
There it
10%
is.
tariff. And that protects their
Yeah,
car industry.
you already have hold
Remember,
out of the
we do
monies. We already took
16
profits on the other
million
one
cars a
today.
year.
So let that
This
one.
is only like 0.6%.
that was the only one that was
But
dead.
For the UK auto people, this is tens of thousands of jobs that the president agreed that he would protect for them. So he made that deal, right? Then steel and aluminum, right? Their steel business has been destroyed like everybody else has been destroyed by people dumping steel into their markets. And British Steel had announced it was closing down. So the British government, as part of this deal, nationalized British Steel.
All right.
And
Yeah, they're getting
going to
10 bill.
match the kinds of models we do. They'll put tariffs
I
on,
should have
they'll put
double
quotas
dipped.
on. They want to do it with America, so they
Bradley
can be part
Frizzle.
of the resurgence.
Oh,
of
yeah,
steel
they-
and
look, they
aluminum
put
in
out-
America, and that saves them again thousands and thousands of jobs.
Okay, they gave
So if you go
details.
step by step. Aero and commercial planes. They sell Rolls-Royce engines to Boeing. We've agreed to let Rolls-Royce engines and those kind of plane parts to come over tariff-free. And what you're going to hear today,
Yeah,
there's
Rolls-Royce.
going to be an announcement in the UK that they are buying $10 billion worth of Boeing planes later today. But I'm going to let the name of the airline announce it because that's theirs to do it. Part of this deal was always to do it together and to do it strong. And you can see the numbers on this board. Everything about this board works exceptionally well for the United States of America. It lays out the plan that you can work with us in autos. You can work with us.
Bro, they're
with
lagging some
aero
of the
and
options.
commercial.
My play
You can
hasn't
work
gone
with us
free
in
yet,
pharmaceuticals.
surprisingly.
If you have a supply chain.
Okay, now it
that
is.
secure
Now
and protected
100% on all this
national
shitty out the monies.
So we feel really
Make
good
them
about
free.
the
I
deal.
made mine
You've
free.
heard the Prime Minister, he feels
Oh,
really
now
good
they
about
tripled.
the deal, right?
Of course
and we
they do.
started at 10%.
They lagged
and
it for
ended at
2 minutes.
10%, and
Fill
the
it and
market
then triple it
for
up.
America is better.
All right, but
This
yeah.
is a perfect
Again, we already had these
example
plays.
of why
I
Donald
got you,
Trump
baby.
produced
Remember,
liberation.
yesterday we were
People
talking about
don't
Boeing and the
understand
other deals
he gets things done
getting,
in a
added
matter
to
of
this.
time.
I'm not
This would
muted.
have taken Jameson and I
should have
3
took another
years,
Boeing there,
maybe.
though.
And instead,
We
we
had
got
it.
it done in 45
GGs,
days,
though.
certainly because we work for Donald Trump. So Jameson, my partner in all this, maybe Jameson, you'd like to talk a little, and then we'll turn it
I think the
over to
Rolls-Royce one's interesting, but they're a liquid as fuck. And then some airline is going to announce a Boeing deal.
Just have to
That's what he
echo
just said.
the President, the Prime Minister, when we talk about VE Day, this is something we've been waiting for decades, and there is no more appropriate day to do this. And when we step
Yeah,
back
we had
and look
Boeing
back
plays
weeks from now,
yesterday,
months from now, or years from
and
now,
we
we'll
were
look
3
back
minutes ahead of that.
and
So
better
you had a
appreciate
shot. I should have bought more.
And
I
I'll just say as well, in
I
terms
made
of
money, but I
negotiating,
could have do. We could have
I
just
mean, you
made
can't
another bag right
negotiate
there.
this, we've got.
I don't know
one
why.
right
I was
here.
like, all right, I'll just wait till
Did
my
an
free
incredible
ones
job,
go up
right?
or the
This is
cheap
why
ones.
this is why you win wars, right?
Yeah, it's
We
hitting the
have
wire
like
now.
this, and,
10 billion
the
for Boeing.
ambassador, he knows more about trade than a lot of us here, based on
That
this.
one you kind of could have
And I would
taken
say
it.
on this deal, Mr. President, what
That
we've
one just was
shown
so slow.
is that it
They
is
like
time
moved the
to
spreads
change
and
the way
then
we trade.
they waited and then it
People
was
said we
4%
couldn't
though.
do a global tariff. We did a global tariff. They said no
We're
one wanted
blessed.
to deal with
We're
us.
blessed.
People
Don't
want a
worry.
deal. They
I'm
said no
not
one give
mad. I'm
offers.
not
You saw
mad.
that stack of offers I showed you yesterday.
I got free ones. I got a
Said we
bunch of
wouldn't
free
get
ones
deals, and
actually.
Here we are with the deal.
So yeah.
With the sixth largest.
'Cause remember, we took
economy,
50% on
retail
Boeing this
fairs,
morning,
trade,
and I told you how the
we've done
out the
record.
monies didn't move. So I held the
Thank you
out the
very much,
money,
sir. Great
the
job.
in the money, paid for it, and then now they
Well,
just
Mr.
went up
President,
100,
thank you
made it
very
free.
much,
Now they're up 300.
indeed in,
Turkey,
hosting us this
Erdogan.
morning.
Iraq wants to
And
make
thank you very
steps
much
towards
indeed
resuming oil
also
flow from
for
Turkey.
that very typical 11th hour intervention by you with your phone call to the President demanding even more out of this deal than any of us expected. So thank you for that. The Prime Minister was delighted, obviously, to take that call later tonight. But you took it to
Yeah,
another
they
level.
changed something
And
last
I think
minute,
the point I
apparently.
would make is twofold. One is that if we're going to rebalance and rebuild international trade in a way that serves all our interests, then we're better doing that together.
Oh, ADM's still going. That's the food one.
That's what we're on a
Okay,
mission
Spider VWAP.
to do. But secondly, you've done what you said you would do. You said to the Prime Minister
Thank
when
you. Well, listen,
he
you don't
came
need to
and
just
visited in
just
the
say thank
Oval,
you next time.
that you would do a good trade deal with the United Kingdom, that you would do it at pace, and that
So
we
yeah,
would
all
be
you guys
first.
flexing
And
how
you
much
have
money you
delivered
made.
that. Yeah, you've
You
been
could
true
buy
to your
another
word.
membership
So
now.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
I just want you to
indeed
just
for
be
that.
happy. You could pay
For
the
us,
plug if you're really
it's,
thankful.
not the
Otherwise,
end, it's the sort of
don't rub it in anybody's
the end
face.
just of the beginning. I mean, there
Very
is
simple.
yet more we can do
get
in
along,
reducing.
But yeah, you have all made enough
tariffs
now to
and
rebuy your
trade
membership.
barriers so as to open up
violated
our
rule number
markets
4.
to
That was
each
huge.
other
You got
even more
fucking.
than
Are you
we
kidding me?
Agreeing to
We were
do
so
today.
early.
But it
We had
also
plays
provides
before. You
us
could have had. If you had 5 minutes,
the
3
platform,
minutes.
the springboard.
So yeah, we are. You should
to
know what's
do
available.
What
but,
I think
yeah.
will be even more valuable for both our countries in the future, and that's creating a technology partnership between the United
what happened to
States
the rule
and
change?
United Kingdom.
It was a couple weeks ago.
so that
Everybody
we
was
can
just
harness
breaking the rules
science
and
technology
flexing, and we've
create
done very well. We've had a lot of good
industries
plays, and then our
future
long-term is
jobs.
outperforming.
And to do that together,
But that's
in the
why
way we
it's
work
just
so
a gambling
closely
culture, and I'm
already in
done
the
with
national
it.
security
And I don't have
defense,
time to like
area,
look at
we
your
can
guys'
just take
shit
that to yet
and be
further
like,
areas
yeah,
of
I'm not.
science,
Why I'm not going to
enterprise and
babysit you.
endeavor. So
Yeah,
we're
so
looking
yeah, it's
forward,
very simple.
to doing that in the
You make your money
coming,
off the info. You don't need to
months.
tell anybody.
You've
You know,
launched
that's
us
usually how
extremely well,
the highest earners
today.
do it.
It just, in my
So
view,
let's
as the
remove
Prime Minister
emotions.
said,
Thank you,
just
Omu Business.
shows what two countries
Oh,
who trust
what?
each other,
Flair,
who are
David.
confident in each
See,
other,
that's what I'm
who
saying,
can
though,
with each
bro.
other,
All those
can do
guys
not just
paying for
ourselves,
memberships. What do you
but
think
for
they
those
just
the rest
did?
of the world who
They don't need to rub anything in your face. They don't need to say but they are showing some love,
What a
baby.
beautiful accent, too. I'd like to have that accent.
Amen, bro. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Any questions?
James Matthews from Sky News.
Yes.
I'm going to the bathroom. Thank you, Gerardo. I'll be right back. So watch out. I'm going to leave. The people at Bloomberg and listening, they're going to move the market now. The market makers. So I'll be right back. Pay attention.
It's the end of the beginning. Clearly, there's much more work still to do. With respect, are you overstating the reach and significance of this deal because you're a president who needs a result at a difficult time?
I think that it's a great deal for both parties. It's for us. We're opened up. I didn't know how closed it was. Quite closed, the market, as you know, the UK, and it opens up a tremendous market for us, and it works out very well, and a lot of assets. You see the chart, and those are tremendous assets. But we've been trying, and when you say why us, meaning your country, we've been trying for years, and they've been trying for years to make a deal, including when I was in the, first term. It would always be people talking, but they weren't getting it done. But for 25 years before that, they were trying always to make a deal, a very significant deal. I actually, until I looked at the numbers, I didn't realize this is a very conclusive deal, but we think we can grow it even from that. But this is a maxed out deal, not like you said it. You said it really incorrectly. This is a maxed out deal that we're going to make bigger, and we make it bigger through growth. But we have tremendous assets involved. I was surprised to see how big your country is in trade, actually. One of the biggest in technology and so many other things. It's agriculture. I really didn't know. It's depending on your definition, it's from 4 to 5 to 6. That's pretty big in the world. So I was very impressed by that. But we're going to take it to new levels.
I was impressed.
It's a very big deal right now.
Yo, what did I
But
just
I
come
think
back to?
It's going to grow just of its own volition.
Oh, well,
It's
thank
gonna
you,
grow.
guys.
And over
I
time, there'll
appreciate.
be
See,
changes
that's
made. There'll
just
be
a thank you.
adjustments
Is all
made
you
because
need,
we're
bro.
Flexible.
All you
We'll
guys,
see things
thank
that
you and
we can do even
information.
better.
So God bless,
But
bro.
it's very
Amen.
conclusive,
I'm
and
glad you guys made some
we
money.
think everyone's going to be
Amen.
happy, and the people of your country are going to be very impressed with the result, and they'll be able to buy from more people. They'll be able to price things differently. They'll be able to get some products that aren't available to them now that we make better than anybody in the world. And it's
I
just
deserve
something
it.
that
We
it's
all
a great
deserve
thing that
it.
it came
If you're
together.
locked in.
It's so
You see what I'm saying?
nice because
And
we
that's
have
why, so just
many
focus.
countries want to make a deal.
And now don't get too
And many
emotional. Just
countries
keep
are
on.
very
We got
unhappy
more
that
for the day.
We happen to
Let's see
choose
what
this one,
happens.
to be honest with you, but it's a long time. Our oldest
for real,
ally,
thank
or
you.
just about.
We
Guess
did it,
a couple
Joe.
of people claim that too, but let's put it right at the
Get a
top.
long term.
I think it's going to be something very special for UK and special for the United States.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, please.
Okay, you're moving up.
President Reagan Reese with the Daily Caller. How close are you to more
It's just
deals
killed
and when do you
premiums.
expect
Calls
that
are
to
lower,
happen?
puts are
Still
lower.
very close. We
The
have
individual
numbers
plays,
since
that's where you're going to
going
make your
back
money.
as soon
But
as this is finished,
I
the press
still
conference,
think
he's
the
got
way they rolled out
numbers,
today
and
was
Scott,
just
who's right over here,
it was
who's
odd.
fantastic,
I have the
by way.
picture. Let me find it for you
Made on
guys.
television this
The White
morning.
House
Watch,
posted
you know.
the like
Gave them a little
the
lesson in
savings.
the world and
China, we
economics.
could all play games.
Scott's going to be
Matters
going
what
to,
happens during talks.
Switzerland, meeting with China.
Listen,
And they very much want to make a deal. We can all play games. Who made
Yeah.
the first call? Who didn't make the? It doesn't matter. It only matters what happens in that room. It's
good. That's very good, actually.
China very much
But be
wants
careful.
to make a deal. We'll see how
like
that
I'm saying,
works
I don't
out.
know. The spies go for individual or see
Every
if China
country
plays
throughout,
move. The SPY is going to be a little
40, 50
deceptive.
years has literally
Yeah,
ripped
look,
off
China's
the
moving
United
on that.
States on trade, on military, on protection, on all the different things. And we are now making fair deals. And in this case, it's great because we really weren't very much involved. You have the European Union, which is, I think you made the right decision years ago. I don't know if you remember, I was opening up Turnberry the day that you were voting. And they asked me, would it happen or would it not happen? I said, no, I think they're going to go their own separate way. I think it's better for them. And they did. I think it's going to end up being a very smart decision. But a big part of that decision was always that you'd be able to make a deal with the United States. And they were unable to do that.
So here it is, VST.
But now they made it.
Yo,
and it's a tremendous,
Vistra.
It's very important. That was always a big part of your decision.
It's
on
D
Brexit.
2%, not crazy. That's not Boeing crazy
They were
yet.
never able to make that deal. It was
So here it
a tough
is.
one.
This is what I'm saying.
And this one was.
It just
it's amazing
sounds
with
like
time.
a baby step.
This one just went very.
But there
smoothly,
is like
went
something,
quickly and
but it is
smoothly,
10% minimum.
and a lot of common sense.
So they
is all
didn't
I have to
say it, but
It's
it
tremendous
is.
common
This is
sense.
bad.
It's gonna make your
I don't
country
think
much
this is as
bigger
good of news
in
as
terms of
you would
trade, and
think.
it's gonna make our
So that
country
means
much
we're
bigger
doing
in
10 to
terms of
10.
trade, too. Yes,
So
it is.
now it's 10, and now theirs is down to 1.8. So they got a little bit better of a deal, to be honest. But it is telling you how the nature of what is announced is this picture. But I still think it's not.
The UK currently
I think we need a little more.
accept American beef because of its own food standards.
Watch
Are you calling
Pepsi
on the UK to accept
and
all
ADM.
American beef and chicken products?
Well, I think they'll take what they want. We have plenty of it. We have every type.
Just
we
take
have
the
every,
ones you like.
classification
You don't
can
like
have.
it, leave it.
As you know, Bobby Kennedy is doing a tremendous job. and
Nobody
he's,
likes
I think
vegetables.
probably
It's
heading
fine. Get
toward
the
your
beef.
system
Just take the
with,
beef. Who cares?
No chemical, no this, no
No
that.
chemical, no
I
that.
think we're heading that way. It seems to be, and but we have that also. So we're a very big country. We have a lot of beef. We're a very big country, so it'll be great. Yes, yes.
You want me to jump in?
Yes.
Let's talk about American beef really quickly, and it can't be understated. I'm Brooke Rollins, by the way. How important this deal is and what this means to American farmers and ranchers. Specific to the beef, this is going to exponentially increase our beef exports. And to be very clear, American beef is the
TSN
safest,
going.
the best quality.
Again, they
and
had the
crown
pop
jewel
ADM
of
did.
American agriculture for the world. So I think
And then,
a
bro,
really
the
important
Boeings
part
are
of this
holding
deal isn't just the
300% on the
ethanol reducing
bid.
tariffs from
So even
19
after
to
all of
0,
this, the
which
premiums
for
are
our
doing that
row
little
croppers
whole
is
thing.
a huge deal, but also for beef. And as we move forward, I know our incredible trade team is looking at all of the meats, all of the produce, really all of our agriculture exports. And I don't know if there's an industry that has been treated more unfairly and has suffered more than our agriculture industry. So we look forward to, I'll be in the UK on Monday, talking to my counterpart over there for next
Okay,
week.
TSN
and
moving.
look forward to moving that out across the country.
Again,
The
beef,
president
steel,
is-
and autos.
I
Those are
think we could say
the.
that
And then
we have the
Arrow.
best in the world, best tractors, the best everything in the world, and they say that our agriculture is, second to none. You understand, and it'll be a great asset. People are going to be able to have options, choice.
Capital
and they'll
One,
have more
Discover,
of
and
it.
now
And
MSTR.
that usually means lower prices. How about we'll do you and then you? Go ahead.
Follow-up question for the Italian TV, Daniele Compatangelo, LA7, TV 2000, Primetime Media. So congratulations for the deal. We see a big revenues from the chart. But what's the rest of Europe? It's a victory day, but other European countries, it seems like they're losing the
We
train.
intended to make a deal with Europe. We have found that the European Union treated
Hey,
us
working up
extremely
again. High
unfairly,
ticker is
very
pretty
difficult,
active. India's on
and
the
hurt
low.
themselves in doing so.
And low ticker
they
kind
very
of
much
drying
wanna
up.
make a
There's
deal. We'll be
Tyson.
dealing with them. We are dealing
Bro,
with
the
them
Tyson
currently.
options
So
are kind of
that'll
dead.
cover,
A lot of
pretty
people
much
have
the
been
rest of it.
hammering them, trying to
But
buy
this
it,
was
and it's
separate
moving, but
because
they
of
won't
Brexit
move.
in particular.
ADM
this
had the
was a
big
separate-
pop and then came
a
down.
separate deal. It
The food
always
plays are a
seems
little
so
difficult.
natural. I mean, all the
So be
media
careful, but
would
they
say
are.
it
That's what they
seemed
are
to be
talking
like,
about.
Why did this happen
And the
25
nature
years?
of
Why
this
didn't it happen
does
a long time ago?
apply. Yeah, check
And it
Hormel.
was
That's a good.
always,
That's good info.
Amazing to me. Somebody would say, "Hey, we got to make a deal. We have to make a deal." But this deal just fell into place. The prime minister did a fantastic job. His representatives are total.
Yeah, you got 12
professionals,
minutes
and
till
they got
Euro
along
close,
well.
too.
It just seemed to work, and I think one of the reasons it did is because we blew up the whole system. If we would have just been dealing with you separately, or country by country, we blew up the whole system. It was very fair to the very unfair to the United States, and I think because of that, this worked out so nicely. And I'm honored that it was the first deal. Please.
Sir, you mentioned.
Well, why don't you go in the back? Yes.
Oh, thanks. I'm with the London Times. would say this is a great day for James Bond because now Aston Martins will be available to American buyers. But even better by extending it to film. You've talked about a big tariff on films, and we'd like to know if there'd be relief on British.
Well, we're going to have a discussion on that separately. And as you know, we're putting tariffs on that particular film, you said, the movie makers. And we're going to be doing some tariffs to get them because a lot of them have left this country. They all live here. The money comes from here. Everything comes from here, but they make them in other countries. So we're going to do something to bring them back, maybe to a large extent. But James Bond has nothing to worry about that, I can tell you. James Bond. And you know, Sean Connery was a friend of mine. Sean Connery was responsible for my getting zoning in Aberdeen. He said, "Let the bloody bloke build his golf courses." And, you know, I was like 4 years into the process, and it was impossible in Aberdeen. And he, I don't know, he just stood up one day and he said that. As soon as he said that, I got the approvals in about 2 minutes. So he was a great guy, Sean Connery, and great
Sean Connery.
Later in the year.
Okay, Bitcoin SPY's getting bigger there. We will have discussion on films. That's why.
Aberdeen.
So again, remember that was bad news the other day. Netflix tweaking around.
On the ocean. They're all in the ocean. I only have interest if they're on the ocean.
Starmer is talking now.
We have good investments.
So while Trump is still talking, the guy who was just on the phone, who we made the deal with, he's talking now too, I believe.
Turnberry, Aberdeen.
No.
But if the talks go well, would you then consider lowering
He
the
should
tariff
have a press
rate on
conference
China?
soon.
Well, it could be. I mean, we're going to see right now.
Could lower tariffs if talks go well.
45, so we know it's coming down. I think we're going to have a very good relationship. You know, I always got along very well with President Xi.
China again.
That relationship was
so yeah, see if it actually moves.
By COVID, when COVID came in, but we get along very well now. I mean, the relationship was hurt with a lot of people, a lot of countries when COVID came in. But I think we're going to have a very good relationship. I expect to have a very good relationship with China, Scott. I think it's a very friendly meeting. They look forward to doing it in an elegant way. China, as you know, has a tremendous...
Even square on the high or going up. So industrial plays and out China, Baba.
And, but I think it's going to...
Nuclear cooperation with Saudi delinked from Israel, normalization, Reuters.
You know, one of the big things here...
And Bitcoin up, too.
Nobody would know this, but the UK was largely closed.
China.
Very much closed to trade. And now it's opened. And a lot of the financial reporters are very happy about that because so much... I listened to them. I hope they get countries opened up. And then you compete on a fair basis, but you can't compete when you're not.
Again, he's had 2 positive comments towards China. Says ignore the fucking.
You know, it's very close.
When the deal, when
we
the talk.
Almost had it last time before COVID, and that didn't work out. But we made a great deal with China. They had to buy $50 billion worth of our food products, and it was.
It's
a great
very
deal,
small.
very
Again,
well
for
our
major
farmers.
trade
And then
announcement.
When Biden came in,
We are up
usual,
less
nothing
than
happened.
a tenth of a percent, a quarter from when this started.
Ultimately,
that's what. So keep that in mind. That
was a great deal.
We moved tight today, and it feels like you're doing a lot, but I still think this is kind of choppy. But again, the momentum is to the upside. It's been like that.
We're going to have a good. I think we'll
have a good weekend with China. That's the quote right now.
Yeah, sure. Depending on what Scott.
Yeah, I might see him after weekend talks. Dude, he's hammering China right now, positively.
Howard's doing certain countries. I mean, I wish I had like 10 more of each. Then we could do them all at one time. But there will be a time. We'll do a number of them, and then there'll be a time. I think I can say this, Scott and Howard, where we're just going to say, because we understand the countries, we understand what they want, where we're just going to make the deal. In other words, we don't need the country involvement because we've already had it. And we'll say this particular country, which had big surpluses, let's say, we had therefore deficits.
China talks go well, tariffs could be lowered. You already had that.
30% or 50%.
And then he starts saying this weekend could be good.
Whatever it may be.
This part right here, all hammering positive China. This part was still the UK stuff.
Is on cars, we took it from 25 to 10 on Rolls-Royce because Rolls-Royce is not going to be built here. I wouldn't even ask them to do that. You know, it's a very special car, and it's a very limited number too. It's not, you know, one of the monster car companies that makes millions of cars. They make a very small number of cars that are super luxury, and that includes Bentley and Jaguar. So we have some very
China
special,
going, and I think everything
in
now.
order to help that industry, and that's
okay. Watching big tech,
really,
but now you have China playing
handmade
along.
Stuff.
Chinese equities
They've been doing
moving
it for a long time in the same location.
And Bitcoin, yeah.
And I said, yeah, that would be good. Let's help them out with that one. But that's
okay,
different than a car company that comes out and makes millions of cars, which they'll be doing in our country. They're
see where we're at levels wide. We got to get to 5,700.
Many factories.
So another 82, and then like 93, 85, 87, 93,
I
then
think we can
7.
say that we'll be close to $10 trillion of investment. I think we're actually at that number now if you add up some of the ones we haven't heard about yet. I mean, we have some going up right now. They have plants going up, and they haven't even spoken to us. They're doing it because of the tariffs. And tariffs have always been used against us.
Chips have been
I
up
never
all day.
understood. I used to sit back.
So keep that in mind. That's
China
part of it.
paid hundreds of billions of dollars in tariffs.
Okay, a lot of things, even
president.
earnings
But until
continuation,
then,
started to tick up.
China never paid anything.
Okay, momentum was already high, but now the China wave is adding another second wind.
We are using tariffs now for our benefit.
I think the UK thing was underwhelming. And then that, like, look,
close to $10 trillion.
564 to 566, right?
Look at the past
You
administration.
did 564 to like
and we're talking about
561,
over, essentially
62.
2 months because
You've
we
moved
would say
more
three, but
or the
it took a
same
little
amount
while to
on
get the
China
office in
comments
perfect shape, right?
than you did
It
the
took a
whole
little
entire
while to,
UK
get
announcement.
things done. But once we started,
eBay, Josh Brown.
when you think of that, close to $10 trillion.
So I hope that makes sense. Because like I'm saying, I do. It's a new rumor. Yeah, exactly.
But
I think the UK shit was kind of disappointing. But then we're taking off right now on the China Netflix comments.
It's amazing.
All of that this weekend, Xi Jinping.
And that has to do with
so
chips.
I'd still be a little careful though. I think individual names, we made our plays there. I'm gonna stick to those.
We used to make chips. We had a monopoly on chips. Everything was made here, and now, over a period of years, because of presidents that didn't know what they were doing, they allowed that business to be stolen from us. Most of it moved to Taiwan. And you probably were in the same position, right? Because you had a lot of the chip making capacity, but they moved it in.
Again, watch the China plays, watch chips. They're holding. TSM starting to go now.
But if you want to sell back,
yeah, gold is
into the
getting
United
clapped.
States,
It's
we're going
bullish.
to put a 50% or 100% tariff on. They would have never left. But we had people sitting here that didn't
Tesla's
understand
up
that,
3.
and it's too bad. But now they're coming back because I'm saying it about 40 years too late. But they're coming back. As you know, we have the biggest chip makers in the world spending, in one case, $300 billion, in one case, $500 billion, same as Apple, and in another case, $200 billion. And we're going to have a large share, a very, very substantial share of the chip-making market.
You said that this weekend is going to be a friendly visit, but do you expect that it will just be a formality to break the ice, or are they going to
Okay, another China question.
negotiations?
I believe so, yes. I believe it's substantive, yes.
I believe it's substantive.
I'd like to say, yes, we're having a meeting to meet. Well, we're meeting, so what are we going to do? Talk about meetings?
He's trying to like pump it, but he's trying to tell him like
I think
stop
it's gonna be
focusing on the
substantive.
meeting.
I think we can say that, right, Scott?
That's what he said earlier. It's the second
Very
time he said that.
substantive. Now, China wants to do something. And
that's the third time he
they
said
have
that.
to at this point.
China wants to do the
Essentially,
TSM going now.
They made $1 trillion a year, and now they have absolutely, no business because of the tariffs. They have no business, and they want to have business, and we want them to have business. We want them to do well. We want them to do very well. So I think it's going to be very substantive.
Because business has slowed down, as you mentioned, we're
In
seeing,
China.
But we're seeing as a result, the ports here in the U.S., the traffic has really slowed, and now thousands of dock workers and truck drivers are worried about their jobs.
Yeah, no, that means we lose less money. When I see that means we lose less money. Look, China was making over $1 trillion, 1.1 trillion, in my opinion. Different numbers from 500 billion to.
Yeah, bro, everything's run out. Find an individual if you don't already have them. Again, we got our Babas and then the rest of the Boeings.
Okay, you understand.
I don't want the SPY yet.
When you
I want an individual.
That's a good thing, not a bad
But again,
thing.
TSM just started taking off. You already had the Boeing and the food ones. The food ones are kind of lagging still. Like I said, the Tyson one, that's kind of weird. Now you got other transports moving.
And, give people something that they've never had.
Yeah, UPS, Ryder, a couple of others, and financial, and it is zero close in 30 seconds.
Great for friendship. I really expect a lot of people to think I'm a militant guy. I'm really not. I think that trade can bring a greater friendship with China. It can be something good. But, one of the things that I know Scott's going to be talking about very high on the list.
I think we could be friends. I'm not
open up and
militant
let our
towards
businesses
China.
go into
Come on.
Because when you talk
Yeah,
about
more positive, bro.
closed
He's just
country,
taking you
that's a
off the
really
edge
closed
of.
country. And
He's
I
trying
think
to
it'd be
make
great
you
if it
not
was opened
focus
up,
on the talks, but
give
then
people a lot of
at the
choice
same
and,
time make them sound hella
would
good.
create a lot of jobs, a lot of everything. So I think it would be a great thing for China, and that's going to be one of the things we'll be discussing, like we discussed with UK.
The think 10% baseline. That's why you're getting claps.
Please.
That's the info. So he said, I think 10% baseline.
Well, I think that's set because that has to do with
Yeah,
a lot of different things.
he's gonna say it.
Past, there are a lot of past things.
10% not template for future deals. It's a low number. Others will be higher.
And that's pretty well said.
That's the bad news I was telling you about this morning.
The 10% baseline tariff remaining in place, is that
Here.
a template for these future trade deals? You say
No.
you're gonna keep it
No,
here.
see?
Is it gonna stay in
But
everything?
10%.
It's a low number.
That means China isn't going to get zero. That's why you're starting to go down now.
They have massive trade
Again, you knew this in advance.
In many cases, they didn't.
You didn't know his stance, but you knew that issue.
They had it, somewhat closed, not like a China as an example, but they always treated us with great respect. They treated us with great respect. The template of 10 is probably the lowest end, and therefore they made that deal. But they. We've had just a very special relationship with them. Like, I won't do that deal with cars. I mean, unless somebody shows me that there's another kind of a car that's comparable to a Rolls-Royce, then there aren't too many. This is a good commercial.
Yeah, he says the lowest end.
They're going to order a lot.
See if the market likes it. But like I told you, that is. We heard a little bit about that. We saw it on the UK.
Well, the last time this happened,
that's not as good. It means a higher baseline for China.
A very modest discount. We have to protect our profit margins.
I've had many of them, actually. The last time that happened, I ended up buying a Tesla.
He's like, give me a Rolls-Royce.
I had a question about the UK deal today. I heard there was talk that part of the agreement would depend on whether the UK would respect free speech and freedom of religion. I know the VP is really interested in that, talked about that earlier this year. Was there any assurances that you guys got on that front?
You want to handle
Tesla.
Yeah, that was not part of the conversation. Our conversation was an economic conversation from start to finish, closed by the president yesterday. This was a business deal, open their markets, and also protect their workers, grow our markets, and help our workers.
This was about business religion. Business is sort of a semi-religion, but not nearly as important. I don't want to get myself.
He'll ask China for Ukraine, Russia help.
Go ahead. In the back.
I think that's why they're going to ask him that.
Asking China to help you close, the gap between.
It's weird, bro. My feed was faster.
I think it's a natural
The
thing
feed slowed down, and now I have a wire giving me the headlines faster.
Making good progress. Fighting is a
Yeah, market likes China, Ukraine. Tesla was running. Top
Russia
right.
Would be, going at it to maybe get the whole thing. And without our involvement, they'd be able to get it, because we supplied a lot of different things foolishly, but we've been sort of paid back by doing the rare
Tesla, Skyworks.
I think that.
Okay, you're going round two. 10% baseline.
Market's
Market's going to brush it off.
In trying to get that bloodbath. It's a bloodbath. It's a horrible situation. 5,000. It's really more than that. But it's 5,000 soldiers on average a week, mostly soldiers, are being killed. Young, beautiful people. I mean, they're being killed. I see the satellite pictures coming back, body parts lying all over fields, heads and arms. It's so terrible. I've never seen anything like it, actually. And if we can get that stopped, that will be a great accomplishment. And we're trying very hard. And I think we're close. And Mr. Witkoff is talking constantly back and forth. He's a real professional who's got a great relationship with both countries. And I think we have a good chance. And likewise, we're trying to work on Iran to get that solved without having to get into any bombing, as we say, big bombing. I don't want to do that. I want them to work a deal. I want them to be very successful.
Thank you, Mr. President. Edward Lawrence from Fox Business. Yes. On the non-market barriers, how did you get the UK to bend, and what was the 11th hour deal or ask?
Well, I think it was really just a part of the overall. I mean, they have so many things that are so good for them. It's going to be so good for the country, and that was sort of easy. It wasn't. We had non-market. I call it non-market or non-monetary trade barriers, and we had quite a few of them. Not nearly as bad as some countries. Some countries have you know, they have virtually no tariff, but the rest of it is so brutal you can't do business with them, right? So it's a very important question, actually. No, I think the overall deal just worked out very well from their standpoint. They were willing to give that in order to get other things, and you might want to speak to that.
Okay, you guys know it's a level, right? So this is a resistance point. We get up here, 5 more points to 92, then we're going to do the 5,700 like last week.
Tariffs and
like I told you guys, just watch that chop zone. 58.45 is when the FOMO really starts to mothers up. You know what I'm saying?
Still picture here. It's a movement. It continues. And we're both committed to freeing up trade between our countries. We're both committed to freeing up investment between our countries. And the point about this deal is that it provides a very good template and a very good,
you know, we haven't heard about pharma
for what we can continue to do and build on in the future, and that's what we're both.
No, this is all from back. Remember, go look at Monday's watch list. I told you guys about the chop range, but essentially, this is level 1.
Many of them.
92 will be level 2. Then the final one is 5,700. Then you're going to go like 20 points at a time. But then 58.45 is the FOMO breakout zone. We get above there, you have really good momentum.
25 years.
Otherwise, if we can't get above 58.45, you're going to be stuck in this 400-point box. So, yeah, I don't know if it's good or bad. We're moving, though. Yeah, China's the only thing that matters, but look. This is, bro, this was a bait and switch. I hope you guys get it. I don't think you could blame Trump. I think you could blame it's the market. Because we got the event, sold the event.
Couldn't be done.
Underwhelming UK announcement. They're talking about it now. But the market driver was all of the comments on.
It's a big deal.
Was all the comments on China. Oh, zero!
And it's ended in exactly the opposite. But
what?
Mr. President, can I say that?
Oh, y'all blessing me today, huh?
Thank
you, man. See, I'm thankful for them, bro. Wow, look at it. And nobody was not one person was flexed on in the process of making the gains. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. That's amazing.
Where is Warren?
MSTR.
He's flying to London tomorrow night. He's going to be very popular with the British people. He's going to be a very successful ambassador.
And he's got plenty of cash. That guy's plenty of cash.
Plenty of cash.
We need some more.
Palantir again. Watch the level here. We're going up.
You're going to go ahead fast.
Yes. Are you planning to meet Ursula von der Leyen, the president, or do you plan to cancel anytime soon?
Oh, she's so fantastic, right? She's so fantastic.
Plenty of gas.
Yeah, the answer is yes. I saw her a few days ago. And
okay, bro, everything's still running. Low ticker is just volatility indexes getting clapped. Like I'm telling you, you're at some key momentum levels here. So watch, it's going a little slow. It might go in burst, and then watch at 92, and then watch at 5,700 flat. But it sucks, though, because this is just all China momentum right now, unfortunately.
Call him for a meeting. Do you plan to meet with him? What do you think?
Everybody cutting but Powell.
He should be.
It's true, though. Literally, the whole entire world is cutting except us.
Everybody's cutting but him. It's I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's a shame. I call him Too Late. Too Late Powell. That's his nickname, and it's a shame. It's ridiculous. So meeting.
Trump is a toddler. I mean, I don't fully agree with you, but I don't fully disagree with you.
It's not going to.
But I will tell you, going to a stock market chat and letting your only comments be about the politician, that is toddlerish.
I'll tell you what.
So I'm not going to accept it. Again, if you have been banned for a negative Trump comment, I'm not banning you because I like Trump. I'm banning you because your chat fact shows that you have not contributed anything else to our community except that comment. So
which is all
if you would like
encompassing,
us
biggest
to
tax
respect
cuts
those
ever
opinions
in history.
and
Bigger than
have a
even the
good
first time,
discussion,
and
I
the
hope that
incentives,
you're involved on a
even
more
great for the UK
broader
because
level
it'll
here
make
with
us
our
so
community,
strong that we're gonna
if that
be
makes
doing
any
more
sense.
business with you. It's a very important
You know,
element,
it's not,
for
you know, people do
taxes,
disagree
for
in here,
every
but
aspect, regulation
I'm not
cuts.
here to entertain the people who
That
want a
bill
political
is-
fight. We're here for the market.
I believe it's
so
the biggest bill of its
try to make
kind
that be
ever
known, and
in
your
the
chat
history of this
facts
country.
history does show that.
And Speaker Johnson and Leader Thune have done.
He said,
an
better
incredible
go
job.
out
I mean,
and
I'll let
buy
you know, we have
stocks
to get a
now.
vote, but we have a lot of support for
What?
that bill. And if that happens on top of all of these trade deals that we're doing, this country will hit a point that you better go out and buy stock now.
Oh,
Let me
my
tell you,
goodness.
This country will.
He did it
will be
again.
like a rocket ship that goes.
He
straight
did it
up.
again,
this is
bro.
Going to be numbers that nobody's ever seen before. That's a very important element of all of this. You know, if we get that. If you don't, and the Democrats are fighting it only because they want to fight. They have Trump derangement syndrome. You know, if it was somebody else, they wouldn't fight. If you had a normal person, if you had some stiff sitting behind you, they'd be fine. But they have Trump derangement syndrome.
That's crazy.
You know, Senator Schumer.
See, this time he says it, the market went up right away.
Welcome.
Last time he said it, y'all were scared,
the ceremony,
and then we had the
ceremony
fucking
may be.
90-day thing.
It's
so
terrible
yeah, I
what's
already
happened
grabbed
to the
some.
Democrats. So,
Oh, my goodness.
Very, very important element of.
It
of
sucks 'cause we're
everything
up a lot
what
now.
We're doing, unrelated to today, but related in the sense that we'll do. If that passes, we'll do even more business with the UK. We'll have so much. It's the biggest tax cut in history.
Oh, is this the level now?
It's going to make our
Yeah. So
country
all right.
zoom.
That
It's
pop
gonna
is
be
gonna. We're gonna
incentive,
test
as
the
you
level
know,
and
with
see.
the,
Plays are
deduction
already
for
up, but
basically
like
for
down.
work.
It's
You
so.
work, you build,
It
you
just
plant,
sucks. He's
etc.
saying that literally at the
Deduction.
top of this.
It's going to be the biggest. It's the biggest bill of its kind ever passed. Maybe the biggest bill ever passed. That's why we call it the one big beautiful.
Carvana now, so get ready, 5,700. It's either gonna rocket through it or get resistance, come down, then hit it. But everybody, you know what to do on that last comment, bro.
Well,
They learned from last
Because
time.
Bobby thought she was fantastic.
But be
She's
careful though.
highly,
You
she's
don't
a
get
brilliant
mad if you
woman
get
who
rug
went
pulled.
through
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Stanford,
Do you
and I
understand?
understand that she
So if you the
basically
type you're like, oh,
wanted
he
to
said
do-
that.
she wanted to
Oh
be
my
an
God,
academic
oh my
as
God, I
opposed to
love it.
research.
Don't make no mistake.
she graduated
There's
first in
millions
her
of other
class
people
at
that are gonna
Stanford.
probably rug pull you
And,
too. That one's
Bobby
already up a
really
lot.
Thought she was great. I don't know her. I listened to the recommendation of Bobby. I met her yesterday and once before.
NVIDIA, we
She's
have those
very
free. That's
outstanding
it, bro. Those
person.
are killing
A great
it.
academic, actually.
40% on
So
the
I think-
Trump buy now comments. Okay, 5,700. That's it. We overshot. Watch 5703, 5705. Otherwise, it'll go to 5713 to 17.
wasn't getting
But like I said, watch for a quick pullback and then go.
I thought.
Otherwise,
He's
it's just
done a
going to
very
run.
good job. Crime is down 25% in D.C. During his period of time. I'm very disappointed in that, but I have so many different things that I'm doing now with the trade. You know, I'm one person. I can only make, boom, I can only lift that little phone so many times in a day.
Wow,
but we have somebody else that will be great. I just want to say Ed is unbelievable.
Trump urges you to buy stocks
Hopefully we
now.
can bring him into whether
All
it's
right,
DOJ
I made
or
my
whatever,
shit free, bro. I'm not going to
in
get
some
too greedy.
capacity, 'cause really
I just made a
outstanding.
couple grand
To me,
on
it
that
was
one. I'm not going to
disappointing,
lie to you.
I'll be
That was
honest. I have to
crazy.
be straight. I was disappointed. A lot
Yeah,
of people
I
were
did it this
disappointed.
time. But I'm free
And
now.
that's the
So
way
I
it
could still
works
lose my
sometimes.
money. It's just
That's the
free.
way it
But I got
works.
all my
And he
money
wasn't
back.
rejected, but
It's hitting the wire. Trump urges to go out and buy stocks now.
we have
That is
somebody
hitting now
else that will be announcing
on
over the
news
next 2
wires.
days who's
Again,
gonna be great.
you should have gotten at least a couple minutes in advance. I'm telling you, bro. Just hearing the comment and being here first, that gave you the 30%. That's it.
Well,
It's
I
all
don't think- I
bullshit,
think
bro.
you're saying that
Believe
just
me,
to
I'm
try
not
to
even fucking with it. It's all bullshit, but that's it. You just had it first. That's literally it. Yeah, gold dying too, but I made mine free now, so I'm gonna push it. But I got a big bag now. Free contracts for tomorrow.
The
I
people
think
don't
I'm
pick it
almost
up.
in the money.
Okay, the people don't pick it up. And if Ford did that, they wouldn't sell any cars. And if Mattel, I don't know.
I don't think I just
I'm
go.
not so
Yep.
sure. They
Well,
also
everybody
said
did
they-
that 'cause
they're
of
the
last
only
time.
country I've heard they said, well, we're going to
We'll
go
put
down, we're gonna
100%
try
on
someplace else.
toys
That's okay.
if Mattel
Let him
goes
go and
outside the
he'll
U.S.
We'll put 100% tariff on his toys, and he won't sell one toy in the United States, and that's their biggest market. I heard that. I mean, I watched this guy talking about how I'm going to go counter. I said, well, I wouldn't want to have him as an executive too long. The Ford people I know very well.
Right,
What
Mattel.
they're doing is negotiating.
Yeah,
with us
I don't.
saying
That could bounce back,
we
but
don't
he
think
just
that's
talked
gonna
shit
happen.
to the
Look,
CEO.
put
I
out
think they're in a
truth
war now.
today,
The
and it
contracts
said that
didn't
gas
move
is
though.
down. Gasoline is down.
Mattel.
Energy is down. Groceries are down. Eggs are down. I mean, eggs, thank you very much. But eggs are down. When I came in the first week, you guys hit me with eggs. I said, what the hell happened with eggs? Eggs were up like 170% and going up. And they said, don't order any for Easter. And we were thinking about ordering plastic eggs like everybody was doing. And Brooke did a fantastic job, agriculture. Brooke did a fantastic job. And
okay, well, I think Mattel could bounce eventually, but it seems like they're going to have beef now.
At Easter. But you take a look at the cost. Energy.
So, like I said, man, wait for the easy one. That was the easy one, bro.
Down. Now, if the
fuck.
chairman of the Fed.
Fuck! I sold my Mattel.
Lower interest rates like China did.
I meant to make it free. I sold all of them.
UK did, but like
fuck.
Numerous other countries have done. It's like jet fuel.
2 pennies or something.
But he doesn't.
No!
I think he doesn't want to do it. Probably he's not.
U.S. doing well even without Fed cut.
I think that's right. It's sort of a crazy.
Yeah, I'm out of it though. But you had it. 300% on Mattel.
Anybody in his position.
More if you had a better fill. But they're holding 200-300 on the bid.
But even without that, we're doing well. But remember this, I've watched
Powell
you people
probably
reporting
not in love with me.
months
Rate cuts would be like jet fuel. Trump says
prices are going to go through. Well,
this is the move though. That's it.
Groceries are down. All of this stuff is down. Lumber is down. Oil is gone to. I mean, we have that thing.
What's the level?
60, right? $60 a barrel.
5.7. Okay, so 5.7, 13, or 17, and then I think 32. Holy shit!
In that direction.
Yeah. So watch 14, 13.
No, I think it's been amazing actually. And what that's good for, it gives the consumer more money. And it gives them a better life because we just came out of the worst 50? Inflation, in my opinion.
Yeah, holy shit.
They say
so 14
years.
And then 50.
But Biden
so that could move a lot.
He screwed up energy. And he also he spent too much money. He was spending it on, a green new scam. And that's like throwing the money. See that beautiful window behind? Take money, throw it right out that window. Because it's the same thing. He just
stomping you out would just be another negative development.
He spent $10 trillion. He wasted it. Not only was it bad, it was a negative. It wasn't even like it helped a little bit.
Okay, Trump buy now plays are almost 100%.
And then on top of it, they let 21
That's
million
again,
people
you bought anything. You didn't even have to fucking think about it. That's what I'm saying. Just be careful, though. Because once this fucking rug pulls, somebody's going to get mad. Like I said, be aware of it now. And then if we keep getting a jump on these headlines, you have a little bit of an edge. How many of you? Yeah, that's crazy. There's 7,700 of you, and we're still getting a 3-4 minute jump. That's what I'm saying. It's usually when there's a lot of people, you guys get in the way of it, but they're still hitting. Oh, zero again? Oh shit, yo guys, I love you. If I'm gonna get to these donos after. I'm just fucking crackheaded out right now on all of the screens. So I love you, and I hope please don't flex either. You could just give me money or keep your mouth shut and be happy.
As an example,
or say
if they
thank
open
you.
up the country,
yeah, we're hitting though.
That'll be the best thing China
really
ever did for itself. They don't know
Hold on.
yet because it's.
This is a key level again. That 13 to 27.
But that'll be the greatest thing that ever happened to China.
Yeah, the Mattel. I'm glad.
They'll buy for less. They'll see things that they never saw before, and they'll be buying them. And it'll really create great long-term peace.
And if I could ask one of the Agriculture Secretary, actually, there's a lot of concern about chlorinated chicken, the import of hormone-treated beef. Has that question been addressed, resolved in these talks, or is that something for the continuing negotiations?
Well,
James.
I would just say that it's very clear, and we have in the heads of terms that we are going to discuss
again.
All of these types of
I don't
issues,
know.
and
It's either you got to
importing country, whether
book
it's us
more
or them,
profits, get a put, or get greedy. Those are your options right now.
They are based on science, and that's our expectation.
And then watch for any individual runners there. The individual runners, we got to jump on them. We just need a headline.
Choose what they want and give them the information that they want.
We have an incredible EPA led by Administrator Zeldin that is on this. So the
this is a level 5713.
In our products, and what the president has done
product.
to open up the markets is unprecedented for these farmers here in America. Thank you.
Message from Wall Street as they watched this. You saw the stock market decline sharply after Liberation Day, and it's rallied back since then.
Well, now it's going to really rally. Don't forget they said this is.
Now it's going to really rally, he said.
This is a tough one. This is.
Bro, that's like his third direct market comment.
Deal because they've been at it for so many years, decades, trying to make this deal. And it's very conclusive, and it's a great deal, and it's a very big deal, actually. No, this is just the beginning. We're going to be having conferences, or at some point we won't have. We'll just put out a statement that
you could go for the greedy lags if you want. At this point, it's either going to fail or fucking squeeze.
We're just going to put
I'm telling you, this is we're either resistance and this is done, or
and if they open up, they're going to be this and that.
Because now the lagging contracts are they want to move.
You know, I say this is where they want to be shopping.
This is probably your final leg. We either get through the level and run or not.
The consumer. And we have the consumer
Again,
like
I think
nobody
individual
else.
plays are better. I have a spot.
You know,
if this pretty much I have a lotto sweet spot to watch.
Go bad. But we really saved it from going bad. Yeah, please.
So can I ask you about the air traffic control issue? Are you looking at getting new software?
I'm glad you asked me about it, because I'm just going to be talking to now the heads of the airlines and everything else.
Okay, that's why UAL airlines.
Before we had the rigged election, to give
They're
out
already
a
up,
brand
though.
new gorgeous system to one company that was going to do the whole thing, one of the best companies in the world that you know very well. You know, there are 3 or 4 of them that do it. And when they took over, Buttigieg, who has no clue, you know, he drives to work on his bicycle with his, in all fairness, with his husband on the back, which is a nice, loving relationship. But he didn't have a clue. This guy didn't have a clue. And he's actually a contender for president. Between him and Crockett, you can have that party. But he didn't know what he was doing. And he took what they call dry systems where you have wires in the earth, buried in the earth or whatever. And then you have the open air systems where you have satellites. And you can't mesh them. Anybody would know that if you went through about 2 months of study in school, if you studied that kind of thing. And he did. They spent tens of billions of dollars trying to take old, broken equipment and merging it into existing new equipment with brand new equipment. It's one of the greatest. They spent like $40 billion.
Yeah, so look, like I'm saying, this level,
and
if this pullback doesn't go back up, this is done.
Because it doesn't work together.
Because like I'm telling you, the what's it called is...
If you have a satellite system, you need satellite. If you
this
don't,
is lagging contracts haven't moved, and now they're doing that point where they bubble. When it's either going to fail or they're going to actually go. So yeah, watch here though. This ends and we don't get back above.
So we have a very
look at the fucking price. 5.71. I've been yelling out 5.713. So you're half a point below that level, a little bit of resistance. Let's see what it ends up doing. But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't force anything. If you missed it, you should be taking profits or doing something. If you haven't already paid yourself a little bit. And then, yeah, it's either we get another leg or that was it.
3 minutes before that accident.
Again, he did say he's going to talk to airlines, but they're already up.
And
hey, shout out all the donos, Chad. I love you. I hope you guys, I hope this helped, man.
I was going to say something, but you always, in my opinion, you always need pilots. I want pilots.
I think today was amazing. A lot of good call outs. If you guys were locked in listening, bro. Man, you literally just had a 3 to 5 minute jump on most everybody in the world, man.
Really old, broken stuff.
So like I said, man, you guys don't need to flex it. Y'all did good. Take the info, use it.
So Biden,
we're here to help, baby.
I don't think so, fellas.
Get a long term now too.
Don't
act like pizza, not fucking pizza.
We're going to be buying a brand new. It's going out to bid very soon.
RTX.
Brand new, state of the art system that will cover the entire world. I'll give you an example. When my pilot, now I have military pilots, but prior to that I have very good pilots, great pilots. They would land, and I won't tell you which country, but they would use the system of another country. They wouldn't even use the system of the United States. So if I'm landing in New York or Florida or Tennessee, they're using a system.
I'm not taking it. I whiffed. I fucked it up.
Country. I said,
RTX, it looks like he said something. I think he's talking about that.
They're not into business.
I don't see a headline yet, though.
Our system doesn't work, sir.
I see air traffic control, though.
That's pretty sad.
Unless RTX is going to do it.
We were all set to give it out to, look, you have a Raytheon and you have different companies like that, numerous companies. And you have companies that would do it, like an IBM, as an example. And you give out one deal, one contract. They gave out hundreds of contractors. They had diggers. They had non-diggers. They had people that focused on satellites. They had hundreds of different contracts. One contract where one guy is controlling everything. If you need a trench, then they dig a trench.
Okay, watch that.
But if you don't dig the trench, they don't blame you. What happens is you don't dig it, then they say we want to
on that, and then watch out for RTX.
We have it all set, and we're going to be doing it. We would have done it, except that the election took a little strange turn. But the second one didn't. That was too big to rig. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's it. So that was all about China. That's the literally right here was China, bro. This is what I was trying to tell you guys. I put on the stream alerts. I was yelling it at you guys as well, but quite simply, you moved more on China comments and then homeboy telling you to buy stocks than you did the whole UK thing. Like I was telling you, I think the UK thing was disappointing. I don't think the UK announcement was that great. I think it was a baby step and we all were looking for a gigantic leap. And I think the China comments gave you that, what you were looking for. But like I said, now where it's all about momentum, that's kind of where we've been at all week. Remember, we talked about Thursday, Friday. But just get 5, 7, 13 to like, I think 25 and then 50. Other than that, I think it's either melt up, squeeze from here, or this is it. So watch some of the out of the monies. And we'll go from there. But yeah, you should have made plays free. I got free SPY calls. We have some time. That was a big one, but make them free. Which was the other? Who was the one I sold early? Mattel. You had that one, and then the Boeings. That was the big one too prior. And then none of the food plays really moved. So there was like all of the food beef shit. Those were clapped from the get-go. That's what I was saying. What would make this fade? Nothing. You could just not go up for no reason. Or like, that's what I was saying. Like, hey, I know Trump said buy stocks and all that, and I did. And you can make money on it, but make no mistake, you know, we're in this chop zone where we can move for whatever reason. You know, the market was just getting hyped. You know, people just got a new rumor to follow. You know, they got something to chew on and get excited about, but you know, if we don't hear anything for a couple more hours and then nothing else or something else happens across the pond, you know, it really could come down for no reason. That's why I'm saying that momentum zone is kind of the key. So like I was saying, it's either you break out the monies will start running. Otherwise, this might be it for God knows what reason. I'm not even speculating off of anything, just in general of how today played and then the momentum we had prior and what we were expecting from the beginning of the week. So pay yourself, though. Get paid on this shit. Again, even the other SPY plays, I already made them free. They're still up 40%. And then the Boeings are up 300. So you have your opportunities, but don't chase if it's not there. Yeah, Boeing's going up again. Those premiums won't go down. No non-farms. You have CPI next week. And yo, shout out all the donos, baby. Oh, man. Let's see. What do I got? What do I got here, bro? Ernie. E.S. Keenan. 10 of them. Matthew Lindsay. Let's go, baby. He said, don't let the short-term gain, don't let a dollar pass through your hand without the long-term. I try to tell him. ES again, baby. BP, Ivan. If there's a swing on SPY from the news, do I do in the money or out the money? Bro, I'm not going to lie to you. Every week it changes. Not because I want to. It's just because of the market. So depending on if we're going fast or slow, bro, that's why it sucks, because by the time I realize it, I usually have to lose on a play. And that's why I like going, when I'm getting uncertain, I go really, really small. So unfortunately, every week it's changing. On this one, I went near the money. I was going to go for the out the monies because it seemed like big news, but I was thinking safety. I didn't want to be early. I didn't want to be right, and I didn't want to lose. So I said, you know what, fuck it. Instead of putting a couple $100 on something out the money, I did it for in the money for less, and that one paid out a little bit better. So it all depends on the week and the movement, sadly. Boeing's still going. Investment, Yuliang, TJ, Tunko, Cruz. Bro, what the fuck? How many is this? Joseph, Yuliang, again, Brandon. Oh, CC Banners. Aaron Creates. Gerardo, David Stahl, X-Flare, Lerman, and Ciro. The here. And man, y'all even dropped more. I couldn't eat. Hey, man, I hope they Chad should have bread. Oh, man. This is what I've been saying, Tyree. Bro, you mean to tell me you listen, lock in, save money, stay out of trouble, You got a specific way to go about the speculation. Oh, and you're getting info ahead. You should have bread. Yeah, well, so here's the thing, BP. That's why these days, if you hear me, I'll call it out. That's why when I say individuals, that means the spy and probably go for individual names. But I'll even tell it near the money or out the monies. Those are the ones that are actually hitting. So that if you are interested, I'll try to call it out. But yeah, it's switching every week or two. It's on and off. So that's what we got to do, baby. But man, I appreciate y'all. Let's go. This is what I was saying, bro. Like, for real, you don't need to muddy the waters. We don't need to confuse people or influence them. But we have good info, and the information will make you money. But it's on you to do it. And I don't want you to get in people's ear. I don't want other people to get in your ear. And don't get FOMO. We've done this all fucking year. So you miss it, you miss it. We'll come back to it. And then worst case, bro, or best case, I hope you benefit and you don't have to deal with all of the noise. So I appreciate y'all, and thank you guys for following the rules, man. And like I said, we're here to help, and I hope it did help. So these are the moments it helps, because when it gets choppy, it feels like hell, and you're gonna get tricked into all these plays. You know what I'm saying? But these are the easy breaks. And that wasn't easy. It wasn't easy until China, and then until he said buy stocks. So and then get the long term, baby. Amen. I know, in the long term working. Yeah, you did have meta news on a new hire. Boeing's going up again. Chad's showing mad love, baby. God bless you. Pay the plug. Oh, you missed a lot. It was a BS UK. It was a BS announcement. We were all hyped up for it. And it was a weird rollout. It seemed a very ambiguous, or there were still more questions. But then he just started pumping China deal, said this weekend will be great, and he's literally just one after the next. And then he said, if this happens, you should go buy stocks. And then he said the markets will rocket if this happens, and yeah. And everybody just went crazy. So, but it was pretty much sell the news on the info of UK, and then Trump brought forth another set of rumor to follow, essentially. Not even a rumor, just like literally just straight up like buy, which again, last time he did that was one of the biggest days in history 48 hours later. So this time I think a lot of people didn't hesitate. Yeah, gold's going down on this. You know, as people feel more confident and other things, they said, nah. I was watching Apple, Nvidia, because again, those are being the ones. My Apples all got washed this week. Actually, I had one just come back, but Nvidia, and we made those free already. And then I was looking at individual food plays, then Boeing, and then I was looking at the defense and then airlines. So I was swapping through depending on what he was saying, but it was harder to find ones. We were going in bursts, but after a certain amount, that's why I started going back to the spine. I was like, all right, well, there's one set of out the monies that want to bubble, but then again, we're right at the levels, playing it to a T. So, yeah. You didn't miss it yet. Like I said this on Monday. Go check the watch list. We said we're in Chop City. You better get used to it. But the range is big. But 58.45 on the SPX. If you think you missed the bottom, if you think you have FOMO, watch. Once we get above 58.45, mother effers are going to be acting brand new. But until we do that, you're still kind of in this, trade war purgatory that we've kind of been in. I mean, barring any outliers. But, yeah. FOMO. Well, uncertainty. We're just still walking back from peak uncertainty, but, there's still a lot of things that can change in any second. We still don't have the China deal. But like Trump was saying today, this is a part of what he was saying, like, yeah, you could get hyper fixated on comments and talks, but I do agree all that matters is the deal. But for now, there is no deal. There's nothing going on. But if there is a deal, then that will be good. But that could change a lot. Again, even Europe, if they want to get weird, EU, again, it's good that the UK is nice, but If the EU wants to get weird too, that could complicate. So there's still things floating around, but generally I think if momentum is good, as long as the hard data doesn't collapse, that's really going to be the answer. Biden says sexist attacks by Trump campaign cost Harris the election. Really? Stream alerts you cannot join right now. I turned them off a while ago. Well, anybody who's on it, you still get them, but I don't, because again, any day we have these hits, I closed it the day I hit a 3,000 percenter because everybody was just signing up for no damn reason. And although you guys could make me even richer, that's great, but I do want you guys to benefit, and I want you to use it because you know what's going on. You know, the people who use stream alerts because they know what's happening and are locked in various ways, they're the ones doing very well. But if you're just feeling behind and FOMOing and trying to and still not trying to figure out your strategy and having a planned budget and using it more gambly, it's not a good thing. So I thought we should take a pause on stream alerts because we're hitting good plays and some days I'm losing. You know, the last 2 weeks it's been a lot slower. I took a lot more losses. I did go a lot slower and we still had gainers that cover it. I'm still making money, but it's not the same, and I don't want you guys getting in at the wrong time. And again, I'm done with this whole gambling thing. Do I gamble? I do. I am a gambler, but I don't think I'm a degenerate gambler, or at least I don't like the culture. I feel shameful about my gambling. So because I'm good at it, but at the end of the day, it's like I don't want you guys caught up in that. And like I said, anybody who's locked in the right way, the real way, from the long term to the stream and watch list, these guys are killing it. But if you're trying to just pick up because you were lazy in the beginning or didn't pay attention and think you're going to buy your way out of discipline, that doesn't work like that. So we will open stream alerts eventually, but for now, I'm trying to encourage you guys to lock in and really take advantage of whatever strategy you're doing in real time and try to be here and let me help. But that's all we got to do, baby. Rubio spoke with Indian External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar. All right. What time? Dude, it's only 9? Crazy. Oh, the 9. I got stream alerts. I still got it, baby. You're locked in every day and you have trouble. You have stream alerts and you're online all day. So if that's the case, take a step back. That's showing you something. It's not a bad thing. Believe me, I've had my moments where nothing works, even if I'm there. You know what I'm saying? But you got to see what it is. And I'll be honest with you. The people that are like, if you put a lot of pressure and you're like, man, I'm spending every minute, I'm doing this, I'm buying every tool, you know what I'm saying? There might be more pressure. I would try not to give a shit for a little bit. This is the weirdest advice, I know. But that's why you have to be willing to let go. And that's where I know a lot of people, I just saw someone in the chat say it, and they're on the stream alerts, or I think they were, and this is good. You got to just be able to take a break and watch the market without feeling FOMO and acting on it. And I'm not saying this, you're going to do it for the rest of your life, but you have to be willing to let go if you want it to come back. Okay, this will work for your relationship too. But this sounds like a fucking cliche Hallmark card, but for real. And that's why because if you have everything and you're like, I have all the tools, I have all the time, I'm still not getting it, then yeah, I think the pressure is clouding. Take a step back, go slow, be willing to watch, and then build up momentum. And that's it. You only need one little real one, and then go from there. Little ones at a time. But I'm telling you, I know this is why do you think I've been reminding y'all? Do not wear yourself out trying to get rich. My brother, I'm not going to lie to you. The people that sold the long term and did not get the fruit, they were the people that wanted it the most. You do get that? They wanted it too much. As weird as that sounds, just like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Do you get what I'm saying? They were like, I'm going to be in the stock market. I'm going to go this. I'm going to go that. And and that's why they loved it when it was going good. And then then they're like, no, I got to do this. I got to do this. And then, but like they wanted it really bad. But that is what kind of slows you down. You have to be patient and in a cool, calm collect. I never know which ones to go big on. Oh, beautiful. Dude, good. I'm glad you said that. Go small. That might be the answer too. You might need to just go small first. So people always ask me why I don't use a stop loss, especially on options. Because think about it. They all go to zero. So you should price in your stop loss with what you put in. Go small. So for the next week, every play, go the same size. And if it's out of your budget, don't play it. That's what I'm saying. Build that discipline. But go small. That way then you don't have to worry on it. That I take and they're all losers. But that doesn't make sense then. Because you just said, I don't know which ones to go big on, but then you said you go small on everything. So I don't know. You just told me two different things, but I would try to balance it with the easy. Small amounts is the easiest thing to do, bro. That is the easiest thing to handle. So, because again, if it's small enough, even if you lose 10 of them, it shouldn't be that much. Again, I think I've lost a couple of these 2 5-cent plays. Again, that Boeing one would have been $5. They were $5 a pop. So that would have been, again, even if you bought 3 of them, that's $15. See what I'm saying? So I think it could be the budget and the sizing. That might be the issue. But like I'm saying, I'd go slow. Pull back a little. If emotionally, I don't feed that feeling. I think most of the time, call a timeout, be willing to watch, come in, go small. Small amounts you don't care about, you're going to be able to move a little more freer. When I call a play, do you take it? No, you're supposed to use the info. So I could give out play ideas and talk about it, but you should watch it and use it to your strategy. Some people's strategy is shorting me. So you could even make money by realizing what I'm bad on and just short it. Or you see what I buy, follow that play, wait till it goes lower, and then you could buy it when it's cheaper. That's what I think is usually the best strategy. And then if it's info, usually the timing is one of the most important things. Usually there's something info related to the timing of what we're doing. Thailand? Bro, I want to go to Thailand. My buddy owns a hotel in Thailand, and he sent me he said I could go for like 2 weeks for free. And I'm like, bro, I just watched White Lotus. But it's far. Yeah, there's a new pope. Cardinals elect pope. White smoke rises from Sistine Chapel. And then India shot down 2 Pakistani F-16 and JF-17s. You found 1 ounce silver? Oh, nice. Let's go, baby. 10%. All right, Spy, moving around here a little bit. Oh, I've never been on a cruise, no. Is Mel Gibson in the running for Pope? I didn't know that. Alrighty. Yeah, man, it's a good day for the long term, too. Is pizza still up? That was wild. Herbalife on the Estee Lauder. Would you hold a weekend seminar to make the newbies learn? Maybe in the future, but not now. Like I said, on a lot of the watch list, and you could see it in my attitude lately. I think now is the time to invest in the people who have already made the investment, sadly. And I know that sounds harsh, but I am saying I have 1,600 videos on the other channel. So most of the people have watched these videos. My strategy does not really change too much. And, so if you want it, it's there for free. There's not a paywall. It's just, you got to find it and put in the time. That's it. And if it's hard to find, you can blame YouTube because it wasn't always that hard to find. So even I have trouble finding it, damn it. But other than that, down the line, maybe. But like I said, we have, fortunately, a very large group, but there's a large portion of people that they've been riding, bro, and they've been doing good, and that's why I'm saying we got to push, and we got to take it home now and turn it into homes. But I don't think this is the moment to go back and try to, again, I'm not trying to grow. We have enough people here, and that we don't need anything else. We need houses now. I need someone to buy me a house one day. And I don't think I could get that until I get more millionaires in here. And we already got a couple, more than a couple actually. But yeah, so I'm excited. So you're not behind. And if you really want to learn all this, I encourage you to go to the trading fraternity, weekends, whatever it is. And you're driving in the car, whatever you can, start finding those top tutorials. Go to this description of this video. I got all of them in there. And yeah, bro, I think it'll happen. No one's bought me a house yet. No, nobody has. But we've made a lot of millionaires. But it's okay. Don't worry. I know it's coming. It'll come in here one day. Trump repeats China talks are coming. Have tremendous things happening on trade. So news is reiterating it. That's why you had that. And you guys got to get a long term. I'm telling you, all of you, I promise you right now, you hear all the shit I say. You see the plays. You see us getting news ahead of everybody in the world, right? And you see all this. And every day, I'm telling you, Trump is talking right now. And every day you hear me say long term, save 10%. Buy and hold for a minimum of 10 years. My brother, if you just look past those comments and all you see is stream alerts and trading and options, I need to learn options. My brother, you are going to fail. Do you understand? I don't mean that, and I'm not cursing you. But I need you all to know this, that the ones who ask me for advice and ask me for training and all this stuff, why would you be willing to listen to me on one element but ignore the main one that I am telling you? I have never been able to get through to those people. Do you understand? That's why I'm saying the best way to learn options, bro, get a long term and start investing and saving now. And my brother, if you can't listen to that rule and remain faithfully, I don't think my strategy is ever going to help you. It will be difficult. It starts there. And if you can't listen to that one, I mean, you could watch all the videos, you could do whatever, but you will be missing something. And that's the thing. I see people, they want step 2, 3, 4, 5, but we got to get step 1. Let me see where homeboy's at. No, man. If you have to put me with your other mentors, I'm not your mentor, bro. You're with them. You're not with me. I don't know. So don't use that to promote and try to half-ass thank me. That's it. You're with me or against me, just like the Bible. Yeah, welcome to the Old Testament, mother. So yeah, but you guys all long term first. That everything will come to you so easily if you could follow those steps. Trust me. Yeah, new Pope elected. Where's your boy? I got more Trump. I don't know if it's that or they're just reiterating. Trump First Lady event honoring military mothers. So yeah, there might be something. Lyft expanding in Canada. Disney on the high too. That Lyft could be good. Watch. I didn't know they're not in Canada. Okay, you're just slowly melting. It's going so slow though. So now it's like clapping the it's clapping the out of the oh. Dude, the near the monies are still up 65. So wait. Interesting. The out the monies are lagging because it's going slow, but dude, literally the near the monies are up a lot. So that's still holding. Change your light 10. Go try to get into real estate. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, about to hit a new high. Again, couple biotechs. Like I said, watch the medical devices, but this is the level. 5713, then 5725, then 5750. And then that's it. Okay, he's live.
Signing up like we've never seen before. Probably, maybe ever. But they say the minimum, you're talking 30, 40 years. Nobody wanted to sign up. They weren't proud of our country. Now they're so proud of our country that we have the highest. We've attained the highest levels, I think, ever. And the police forces, too. And the firefighters. I never forget the firefighters. They're all doing great because people now love our country and they're proud of our country again.
Wilbur Ross is talking now, too.
Really, 3 months. It's not that bad. Right?
Leonardo CEO due diligence underway on space initiative with Airbus.
I think maybe they're like our first lady and our incredible Usha, second lady. I always have a hard time saying second lady. I'm not sure is that a compliment or not. I say, JD, do you like me calling her the second lady? I don't know. That's the way it's been. She is a great person, great person. We used to have shortages. Now we have waiting lists because of all of this.
Tradingfraternity@gmail.com. I will not get back to you till after the bell, though, or later.
Incredible. So
as long as you're patient.
Military mothers today, we look forward to an incredible future for the United States Armed Forces and for our country itself, and for those great service members and for all of you who love them so much. And now it's my pleasure to introduce that very special woman that I talked about, our great First Lady, and she's loved by all. I just walked by the Rose Garden, and that is the most beautiful thing. We saw it yesterday. She took a lot of heat. She did it. It was so gorgeous, and these people couldn't do that if they tried. And those flowers were blooming. I said, how the hell? Two weeks ago, this is like beautiful green, but it was not. And now it just happens so quickly. But you did some job.
Oh, yeah. 8 minutes till Euro close. Do a push-up. It's okay.
Welcome. And thank you very much.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm an idiot. My bad. Sorry. I'm just...
Motherhood.
Motherhood.
The life-changing event that makes women
S&P rips as they realize Donald Trump's wife is foreign.
It's remarkable.
Oh, he's going to tariff his wife? Oh, they're going to watch. After we rip another 1,000 points, media is going to be like, oh, actually, Donald Trump was friendly towards European nations. His own wife was a fucking European. I'm Bloomberg. Be scared. Sell me your stock.
But in my opinion, and I'm sure everyone in this room agrees, only a mother can grasp this particular point. Military mothers and America, together, have developed an extraordinary parallel journey.
Okay, they cut her off. What was that? Why did that? Okay, Melania. Honestly, I think they had the same. Every time she talked, I just have like flashbacks of like $100,000 just down before my eyes. And Melania Tokyo, I'm up and then I'm down, and I'm like, what? I get sad. Why'd they just turn it down?
An unexpected positioning change in life when caretakers become the caregivers. If this has happened within your family, you understand the precious nature of motherhood. Here now, in the White House, at this pivotal moment, I urge you to prioritize your well-being.
Disney
Nurture
again. If it's
yourself.
highlighted
For
green,
your strength
52-week
is
high.
the bedrock of a
Highlighted red,
brighter
52-week
future
low.
For our children. By caring for ourselves, we empower the next generation to thrive. Together, let's build a legacy of resilience and hope. Your journey matters. Embrace it. And indeed, the sacred strength of women is a profound force. With unwavering love and nurturing wisdom, we have the ability to inspire, uplift, and shape the future hearts of our children. This power, rooted in compassion and resilience, is a beacon of hope that lights the way for generations to come. Let us unite to honor the beauty of motherhood, champion the grace of our journey, and inspire those who follow. A mother's love and wisdom empower our children to flourish, instilling in them the courage to reach their full potential. Motherhood. Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
This is Shut Up, Reporter. I see green. Red candles do. Oh, sorry. It's a good song. But yeah, my bad. I thought it wasn't that the song? I swear it was the song, bro. It was great. It was great. All right, well, that little pop was one of the reiterations as this started. Trump admin considering proposal to create new ship registry in Virgin Islands to boost commercial fleet, sources say. Reuters. You got a Reuters drop on boats and boat registration in the Virgin Islands. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep. They're done. SPY's still holding, though. Again, the premiums are oddly up, and the whole buy stocks, you're going to want to buy them. That kept it up here. But again, there's all China. Although today was a UK trade announcement, you literally doubled or tripled the size of the move off of all those other comments. So that's what we're doing. We're chilling. We hit the level, overshot a little. You had the pullback. It didn't fade, but now we just wait, my friends. Now we just wait. RL, that's another retailer going up. Again, Estee Lauder, Nike, I think all clothing retailers are on fire today. And then Boeing, too. Like, again, you're holding a decent amount on that bid. But other than that, Chad, how you feeling, bro? Good morning. You learned a lot about patience. Well, good. The long term, man. The long term is where it's at. And I think as you watch your long term grow and you see where your dollars go and stay, it'll teach you about options too. But like I'm saying, if you can't hear me on the easy long term shit, options is way more complex. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not as like options is way harder than saving 10% and holding. So I don't know. It's like an obvious red flag where I'm just telling y'all, if you're having trouble following those steps, I mean, why do you think option steps and strategies will be easier. When you're watching us, we only have 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute windows. Like, you get what I'm saying? So you got to really have that discipline down and be understanding of how the market does move. And your long term will teach you that. So save 10% and get a long term. Woo! What a day, bro. Shopify, they had stuff in the morning. Let's see. Where's gold? Gold, finally. It's only down 2, bro. I say only. That used to be massive, but, dude, it went up 6% in the last 2 days. Yes, there's a new pope. Microsoft President Brad Smith says company does not allow its employees to use DeepSeek. What if he said buy stocks and he didn't mean it so his guys can sell? So again, you guys, I'm telling you, it's just not serious. Like, it's not good for your money or your mind to assume that the president is front-running plays. Why? Because the reality, we have more evidence of other people doing it. Do you guys understand? So, like I'm saying, how can I help you learn the interworkings of the market, right? If we can't get past this, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't answer your question, but like in a real way, like and it's reflected even through the example I've given you. Why do you think I made my plays free right away? I was even saying when we were ripping, I'm explaining it to everybody, but I'm telling you, I'm like, listen, everybody's reacting because of what happened last time, right? So I said, just don't get mad and expect a rug pull. So do you see what I'm saying? You need to level up your thinking. All of you. If you think it's not about Donald Trump, his friend buy stock. No, I want you to think bigger than that. Do you get what I'm saying? You need to understand the dynamic of the market right now and how it's being driven by confirmation and rumors and even the inflows and outflows. Do you get that's why I'm saying you need to know what you can trust and not. And playing the political game isn't there. Exactly. I was telling you, expect a rug pull. Here are our momentum levels. Things will change if this happens. We don't need to play this weird ideological game of who it is. Yeah, are people doing sketchy shit? Maybe. And again, I have evidence in one area and you see other stuff in others, but it's just like, that's not going to help you. So all of you listening, if you really do want to learn, I hope we can move past this level of thinking. Otherwise, I don't think it's helping your market education thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? I think it actually confuses you more and it hurts you down the line because that's just not how the market is operating. And, you know, there's bigger things and there is stuff we don't know and doesn't make sense. But I think adding a lot of noise that's not even like based in reality, it's not going to help you as much. So, or it'll hurt you. So be cautious of that, but I want you to think of other factors that could help you trade safely rather than reasons like that. And that's why I made it free. That's why I don't care how good it sounds. And that's why I'm not, even if I'm wrong on an expectation, I'm not getting mad about it or this. I'm wrong and I'm adjusting and then we're going through it. And that's what you have to be doing right now because we're in chop zone. The easy plays are going to be easy, but in chop city, oh man, that's why you're going to want to know what's real and what's not and if you add more weight there, you don't want to go through the journey of Chop City with a heavy backpack. So free your mind, my brother. I don't think we're going to get any other news drops, but we'll see. Shopify, bro, I keep seeing this one. I think it could. I mean, if it doesn't break these levels, or it could just totally top out here. So does it have to go down? No, but could it stop at 5713, 5725, go down a little and not come up? Yeah. I think I kind of expect that. But then again, think about the dynamic we're in. I think what has driven us has not really been too material. So in the same way we went up, this is a lot of hype and momentum saying we could get rug pulled at any minute. So until we break a low or high range, I think we can move for God knows what reason. And you should be prepared for that. Yeah, watch the China plays if they go up. I don't think Trump proved that he doesn't want free trade, but I see what you're saying. Because that 10% thing is a little surprising. But I think we know now he wants money. He wants something more than 0 for 0. And I think maybe the 0 for 0 idea is the best case, but I think we know where his floor is. Yeah, it's probably a scammer on Twitter. Be careful. He wants fair trade, not free trade. I get, yeah, that is what he said. I think that 10% thing, though, that's what got us in the morning. But then again, we're not moving off of that. And in the time the baseline question was right here again. But we brushed it off with the buy stocks, look at China. So the market knows it now. That's the weird part, is that we got this new baseline for 10. It's a little more hawkish. Market is well aware of it now, but then now it's ignoring it for now. Maybe we come back to this on Monday or the next trade development, and that's what I'm saying. Think about that too. That's the market we're in. You know, stuff happens today, you might not get your reaction. You're just still holding. This is now like I said, the out the money plays. This is halting those pretty much. Because now you're just holding the level. That, again, this momentum is very different than just staying pinned. We'll see. High ticker's still good. Broadcom now. They've been up all day. And then eBay, you had a Josh Brown pump earlier. Yeah, we got the Warner Bros. News early today. Some of you hit that good. Polymarket odds of Pietro Parolin soaring to be the new pope. All right, man. We just went from really excitement to I hope you guys are patient. You know, you could use a good philo right now. TLT's been selling all day, and it was green. Trump asked Supreme Court to intervene in effort to revoke temporary legal status for Cuban, Haitian, Nicaraguan, and Venezuelan migrants. So Trump, Supreme Court, migrant thing. Okay, eBay's still going. Crocs, another retailer up. Pizza! I'm sorry. It's not even the same company. You know that? You guys know Pizza is Little Caesars? That's number 5, I think, on the... Yeah, but... Pizza. Just making sure you guys know. Dude, high ticker is active, but the SPY is not. Where's our Mag 7? Okay, eBay into the high again. More volume. Okay, you're still moving up. Okay, now SPY's picking up. The high ticker, again, individual names are moving well in advance on this one. Again, any of the agriculture plays, food plays, they sucked. And then Boeing's still ripping. Well, there's still more. I think you could still go up to 25. You still got another 10 points, even another 40 if you really want to get bullish, but it's not going to move as fast. So, again, there's both ways, though. Head on a swivel. Don't get too biased. But even from the morning, the momentum was to the high side. So that's just holding now after all of this. But a lot of things are moving. Index, you still got some Mag 7 drag. Look at Boeing's coming down now on this. Whirlpool's up 4. Pizza. So, yeah, now I'm going to go to the bathroom. So, what a day, Chad. Good day. Great day. Great day, even. I love it. Like the video. You don't need to. You remember Josh used to ask you for likes. Now you don't. Now you don't need them. But now you're tariffed. I know. Free trade, fair trade. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. I'll see you in a little bit. See you in a little bit. Long term.
How do you decide in that situation?
They are, and I think they're trying very hard not to be, painted into a corner with some view. I think that's why the reaction function, which is what we were looking for. We were, following every word to get a sense of that reaction function. It's so hard because, exactly to your point, which one do you weight more? And then, which is why I think inflation expectations, looking at a wide variety of data is going to become important so that they can have faith that if the rise in inflation is one time, it's only tariff, then they can maybe downweight it and focus more on the labor market. And they are going to be looking at various aspects of the labor market as well. It's not a very dynamic labor market. So if layoffs start, and we haven't really seen signs of that, but if that starts to happen, I think then they'll get really nervous because it is harder if you're unemployed to find a job. So if the layoffs start, the unemployment rate might start rising fast. They might start to overweight it, but we're not going to get any signal from them. I think they're saying this is sort of not our problem yet. There's no urgency. I kept hearing the wait and see from the Fed chair. I think they want to say this is Washington policy, and it's not just trade. It's immigration. It's fiscal. Remember, Congress is also working on a tax bill. So all of this will have to come in and show up in the data before the Fed acts.
Shanali Pierre with PIMCO, given that there's so much uncertainty, not just on the Fed side of things, but on trade and on company outlooks, what do you do when a company says to you, we want to issue? Do you lure them to the private markets, or are you quite happy for them to be issuing in the public markets?
In fact, we often are showing companies dual track financing options. We're pretty agnostic if they want to issue in the public market or the private market. What's important is that we're getting compensated for that liquidity difference, potential difference in covenants or structure. So, we're certainly open for business in either public markets or private markets. It's really important, though, that we're getting compensated for giving up liquidity and looking at that relative value.
What does that compensation look like, Shanali? I mean, would you have wanted different compensation a month ago, let's say? And what kind of basis point compensation are we talking about?
Yeah, certainly, as volatility picks up and, in the private market, when you're investing, you are investing essentially to maturity, right? So that compensation for not being able to change your mind as news is evolving, as, daily we're seeing different announcements or walkbacks, it's really important.
The pulp. Yeah, I think they picked one, you guys. I don't think you can elect me. I'm not even Catholic, but hey, man, I'm down. I don't think you guys get to vote on it though. Okay, Nike. I saw Qualcomm. A lot of again, China-related U.S. plays moving and travel. I don't know if you guys noticed that, which is odd considering even oil is up today. So yeah, oil's up and airlines, everything. I think this is cross asset, everything except bonds and the yen. Am I old enough to run for president? I don't know. I'd have to double check. I'm old enough for a receding hairline and heartburn. That became apparent to me. But other than that, I don't know. You have to be 35? Oh, well, I'm still 12. That's what they told me. So I don't know. But if Trump could be a toddler and still win, I don't know. I don't know how he did it. I'll have to read The Art of the Deal. I haven't finished it yet. Crocs, another one, bro. Now Coinbase and bro, all these retailers. Again, retailers, shoes, clothing, Ralph Lauren, Estee Lauder, all going into the high right now. Even fucking Yeti. Okay, SPY's into the high. Again, premiums still elevated. The premiums are actually going higher. It's actually wild. So usually last couple days, you go slow and chill, they'll kill the calls. The call premiums are going higher. They're still holding. Blur, welcome. Well, yeah, I don't know. We have 15 minutes, but I will tell you now. Today has been a big news day. You cannot buy stream alerts, but you can become a member. So we are going to go to Philo in 15 minutes. So this is your time to buy your membership if you want to stay. But remember, I am going to talk about Jesus. Oh, yeah, you got a 30-year bond auction, too. So that's your dilemma. If you can't tolerate what I talk about, then I wouldn't get a membership. You're still not going to like it. But if you're cool with that, I'll still have news and stuff. So you let me know. But shout out to all. A lot of you got some free memberships today, too. So that's the good part. But, yeah, either way, we're going to be going in about 10:15. I was thinking about that. It will get boring eventually. A couple years into this, the volatility won't be this high. So enjoy the panic while you can. ON, bro. Another one of those retailers. Chiron. Welcome, baby. Taking your CPA, you're nervous. Don't be nervous, but study. I'm telling you, just turn. But that's the thing, though. You really want, turn off this stream right now, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. You gotta, you guys need to lock in everywhere. So whatever it is, I have this stream on. When I tell you guys lock in, I don't think you realize I ignore everything. That's it. I could still read at the same time, but nah, you need to focus. So you're telling me you want a CPA exam, your career, all of that. You failed by 4 points. That's our margin right now. That's just study and concentration, bro. Turn off this stream right now. Go into a quiet room and just start running and memorizing, bro. And you know what I'm saying? That, I think, would be the best advice I could give you right now. If you really want to pass it and you're right there. You're right there. It's nothing. I don't think you're missing anything. You just got to lock in and get that margin. I think it's in your favor. Treasury will establish fast-track process to facilitate greater investment from business, from ally and partners. You study well at work. Well, good. Well, find a way. Find a way. Just full lockdown. Because that's what I would do for a real estate exam or anything. Bro, I get into a mode and I that's it. Just study. Study, memorize, read, nothing else. If you could do that, that's usually all it takes. Finally, join. Well, welcome, Sergey. Is it Sergey? Oh, Mr. Hernandez. Eddie Luna. Oh, well, welcome, new Chads. I'm glad. I hope you guys will enjoy Philo, man. Nothing came from the Pfizer news. I did see a couple of announcements from the FDA. But yeah, Apple developers specialized chip for glasses and AI servers. Baltra project for AI server mass production by 2027. Aiming for mass production of glasses by 26 or 27. Chip for smart glasses would enable Meta Ray-Ban rival. There it is. Apple's announcing some AI chip glasses thing to rival Meta glasses. Honestly, nobody's moving down off of it, only up. You would think a chip maker or Meta would go down. But yeah, you got Apple AI chip project news. the Lebowski. So don't snitch on yourself if you've been banned. I'm just telling. I have to ban you guys. You know that, right? It's the rules. So if you make the same name of your banned account, you get automatically banned if it's the same person. Otherwise, everybody gets unbanned in June. So you guys only have another month and a half. Yes, reborn, not rebrand. Amen. All right, you're working up. LT Foundation changed my life. Making it free changed my trading. Happy Friday, Junior. God bless the chat, baby. Amen. Wasn't that the room? Yeah, I feel like we've heard the Apple thing before. No reaction. So honestly, and none of the, like yesterday you saw what Google did to a competitor or Apple. So yeah, none of that, but that did just come out. And then bonds are dying as we're going higher. Watch gold too, if that keeps going, but it's staying pinned. 5717, 5725 is the next level. If we could break that, you could go to 5750. But if not, that's it, it's done. But even then, this is already doing a lot better, but now it's going a lot slower. You just had a fat gear change in today. You went from redlining to now you're just coasting. So, again, the premiums are holding, but they're moving a little different than earlier. Yeah, Baba, MSTR all day, bro. You don't see them zero donations? Come on, bro. Yeah, SPY, new high. Okay, and Baba, too. China's going. So let's see. NATO. What are you? Bro, I click on your channel and the first video I see is wild. LOL. Well, welcome, bro. Welcome, Toll. Bitcoin 101. Meta pop? That's weird. Well, that's it, man. Yeah, is it 570 and you got some weird, there's some names like really pushing. All right. Nothing new. Get 6 more points. 6 more points. See if it slows down. But watch. So if we hit 25, watch if we do this. So we might hit the next level, right? And then you'll go down a little. And then it'll take 30 minutes to climb back up. Then you come down, then another 30 to break the next one. That's if we move slow. If it's going to go fast, it's just going to go straight 25 to like 37 or something. And then it'll level out. So watch that, though. But we are starting to ramp up here. So 5 more points. 5720. Yeah, Mag 7 isn't playing along too much, even though the Nazi is up too. This is broad. Everybody's going up. This is a lot of market breadth. Is this the 200-day on the NASDAQ? Well, that's there for the technical guys. A lot of people have been eyeing that. Long term. No, the bonds are still broken. We're just getting used to it. They haven't gotten worse. So that's the scariest, weirdest part. The bonds are still at the same thing from the beginning of the year. You're right where we ended the year and started. And that's why I've been saying, just anytime it goes to that level, we have a problem. Okay, Baba again. So China name's leading it. Chart time, yeah, it's a chart, a visual of how the stock moved, but yeah, you set up the time frame you want to look at it in. Big volume, and they did that. I think they did an offering today too, though. But yeah, I did that earlier, remember, and then came back down, but watch out for that. And then, dude, pizza was almost at 40, so it did sell off after that. Other than that, man, you're working your way up. Boeing, I think 197. And then 200 and 202. New Pope at any minute. Mr. Lay, welcome. That's it, man. We got a lot of new chats. And I hope if you got a free membership, use it, man. Use it. Cuervo on the high. Covered calls on pizza. Oh, I didn't think about. Do we have 100 shares? I don't think I have 100 shares. Yeah, I only bought 50. I didn't buy a lot. Covered calls, you better get 20% minimum. But then again, I'd wait a little. So if you've never done a covered call and you just got a crazy pop on a stock, don't sell one yet. You know what I'm saying? Some people just want to do something, but I wouldn't unless you're familiar with the rules we've outlined. I wouldn't do it. Just wait, because again, we're right in the middle right now of like a lot of shit. So you have a lot of opportunity. Okay. Got back. Oh, you missed a lot. I mean, I could boil it down to Donald Trump said you should buy stocks. That's one way to sum up today. Was there a lot more than that? There was. But that I will say that was one of those big drivers right there. Not believing in God. Or believing in God and not going to church, just hold those questions for a couple more minutes. You know, we're not going to have any of the religion talk while everybody has to listen. You know, that's what they got mad at me for. So now they could pay me. A lot of time. India, 3 military stations with boundary to Jammu and Kashmir targeted by Pakistan. No losses detected. Power blackout in all districts of Kashmir, residents and officials say. Can you help you understand Nova? It looks like a failed energy penny stock. Don't waste your time and cloud your memory. Move on. Talk to me about Pepsi. Bebzi, that is a quality, Habibi. Bebzi, Dr. Bebzi, Dr. Bebzi Cola, Jerry Bebzi, the Bebzi make a Frito-Lay. Bebzi, why you want a penny stock? Huh? Bebzi Zero. Bebzi Zero, way better than penny stock Zero. You get a Bebzi Zero. Yalla, come on. Is it National Coca-Cola Day? No way. You're talking about Pepsi? On National Coca-Cola Day? I know, isn't that crazy? Pizza has a dividend, too. It sucks because now that dividend yield changed, but yeah, ex-dividend on pizza is still another week. So now you have the earnings, and I think most people were just buying for the dividend. Holy shit, it's still at 5%? So what's our yield at cost then? I didn't know what we were yielding on it when we bought it. I didn't really care about the dividend as much, believe it or not. %. Well, nice. Still at 5.49. Same range as April 9th. We'd end at 620. Oh, my God. Yeah, we're not. April 9th was the reprieve, so I don't think we're going to get that, but you need a China deal. If we actually get a real China deal, that'll move the market again. But, yeah, today was just the buy, the reaction. All righty. Well, at all-time highs, or at the high of the day. And then there's so much brewing. But, Chad, I gave you your... Look at it, 15 minutes flies, bro. It felt like we were here for 2 minutes. Oh, yeah, everyone's awaiting the appearance of the new pope. Much love. Nah, bro, you're banned forever. You're a pumper. That's against the rules, and you all know that. That's what I'm saying, bro. For real, Chad, listen to me. Anybody trying to, like, get you to meet up in the chat, I think that's really weird. I think that's some Diddy shit. So, again, get a long term. And if you can't get the long term and feel comfortable about it to the point you are getting a house, why do you want to engage in anything else? And just be careful. That's all. But, yeah, that's weird, dude. You bring up a penny stock and then you're sending people an address? Like, come on, dude. That's not. So I'm more concerned about the safety of others right now. So that's not gonna fly. But no, because I seen that. We were like, oh, let's meet up, let's do this. And listen, you guys are grown people. You could do whatever you want. I'm just telling you, like, just because somebody is talking to you nice in a chat and says they agree, you should ask them for a long term first. But at the end of the day, I am not sanctioning that shit. And that is all on you, and you are making your choice to put yourself in those situations. So if you want to deal with that social element and that energy and whatever, all you. But I'm just telling you, that is outside. That is not, this isn't like, it's not like people are doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't something we are actively doing. Yeah, 4.819. That's the one issued. Oh, wait. No, verse 4.12, so a little bad. Yeah, you just had a bond out. 30-year, though. If TLT gets to 83, you freak out. But, yeah, it missed. That was the first one that missed out of nowhere, but very, very tiny. All right. Where's the philo? Oh, the Abivi's been running. Okay, NVIDIA was lagging the whole time. That's why, like, Big 7 wasn't a part of this, even though we're up. This was just broad-based, very widening out all day today. So keep that in mind. And then we have bonds dropping. They were dead already. I don't think it's the bond auction, but that's just adding to the pressure. So watch, that could get a little scary. Other than that, be on the lookout for any trade headlines, any random developments. But I do think we're just going to wrap it up here. So if you would like to listen to Philo, I will be back by Power Hour, hopefully. If not, we need a member. We need them. And thank you to all the new members. But again, if you don't want to hear the Jesus stuff, And no worries. But other than that, chat, I hope you guys made some money today. We did have some easy opportunities, and you did get again, without a membership, you guys did have 5-minute jump on everybody in the world. So thank you, and I hope you appreciate it as much as I appreciate you, baby. So I'll see you later or at PLO, and